something like a bird within her sang. All I know, she sang a little while and then flew on. Tell me all that you know, I'll show you snow and rain.
coming, y'all.
say that my behavior's unacceptable, so condescending, unnecessarily critical. I have a tendency of getting very physical, so watch your step, cause if I do, you'll need a miracle. You drain me dry, make me wonder why I'm even here. The double vision I was seeing is finally clear. You want to stay, but you know very well I want you gone. Not fit to fucking tread the ground that I'm walking on. When it gets cold outside and you've got nobody to love, you'll understand what I mean when I say there's nowhere we're gonna give up. Like a leader who cries in the face of a monster that lives in a dream. Yeah. Is there anyone out there? Cause it's getting harder and harder to breathe. And is there anyone out there? Cause it's getting harder and harder to breathe. What you were doing was screwing things up inside my head. You should know better, you never listen to what I said. Touching your pillow and writhing in the naked sweat, hoping somebody someday will do you like I did. When it gets cold outside and you've got nobody to love, you'll understand what I mean when I say there's nowhere we're gonna give up. Like a leader who cries in the face of a monster that lives in a dream. Yeah. Is there anyone out there? Cause it's getting harder and harder to breathe. And is there anyone out there? Cause it's getting harder and harder to breathe. Does it kill? Does it burn? Is it painful to learn that it's me who has all the control? Does it thrill? Does it sting when you feel what I bring and you wish that you had me to hold? When it gets cold outside and you've got nobody to love, you'll understand what I mean when I say there's nowhere we're gonna give up. Like a leader who cries in the face of a monster that lives in a dream. Yeah. Is there anyone out there? Cause it's getting harder and harder to breathe. And is there anyone out there? Cause it's getting harder and harder to breathe. And is there anyone out there? Cause it's getting harder and harder to breathe. And is there anyone out there? Cause it's getting harder and harder to breathe.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Are you ready for some Potters baseball? Potters baseball brought to you by Stone's Broadcast Networks. And now for the play-by-play, here is Mark the Phantom Lowe.
Well, good evening, everybody. It is time for some baseball here from McBean Stadium. I am Mark the Phantom Lowe. That is Evan, the Big E, on the controls, and we're ready to bring you the first PEL game of the summer for the Lincoln Potters. They will host the Humboldt Crabs in just a couple of minutes. Justin Santiago is out on the mound. There's a lot going on. Landon Weiss, former Potters catcher, just sang a very stirring rendition of our national anthem to get us going. It's a big three-game series here. Today, tomorrow, and Thursday. It's a big series baseball-wise, but it's also a big series promotion-wise. And if you're watching us now and you're in the area, hopefully we can get you out here tomorrow or Thursday. We appreciate you watching. Don't get me wrong. But it is a Taco Tuesday tonight, $2 tacos, and that will be insane. $4 off Loomis Base and Brews. Tomorrow is a Wine and Wiener Wednesday. So tomorrow is $2 off all the wine pours and half off sangria, $2 hot dogs, and the specialty of the house for Fat Cat is the bacon hot dog. So that's tomorrow. Then on Thursday, I don't know how you can top it. On Thursday, it's dollar beer night and half off tickets. So it's like the Frugal Thursday or something. I don't know. But this is the week to come out and watch your Lincoln Potters. Plus, you've got the Potters against the Humboldt Crabs. Both teams undefeated in preseason play. Both pitchers undefeated in preseason play. So we are going to have a fantastic ball game tonight, and we're just about ready to get started. Justin Santiago, the right-hander from St. Mary's, California, or St. Mary's College, Laverne, California. He actually is in the portal after being injured last year. He has thrown three games. He's 3-0, 14 innings, 5 hits, 25 strikeouts, and 6 walks. So he's out here to face a team of Humboldt Crabs who've been mashing the ball on the way to a 12-0 record. Colton Boardman, Jason Areola, and Ryan Vandenbrink will be the first hitters against Santiago as the managers or the umpire, which we have 4 for some reason. I mean, I know we have 3 when it comes to league play, and we have 4 tonight, which is making everybody feel special. We must have got an endowment from somebody or something to pay for more umpires. But as the umpire's talking to the Crabs people, we'll go on to number 4. Adam Enyart is batting in the 4th spot. He's the DH. Damian Cassis, the center fielder, hits 5th. Everett Johnson, the former Potter, is playing 3rd base for Humboldt. He'll bat 6th. Tyler Howard's in right field. Alex Harrington, the shortstop, and Jaden Shabry Alex Harrington is in left field, and Jaden Shabry is the shortstop. Aiden Dorsch, the left-hander, who's from Humboldt, the Humboldt area, but he went to Folsom Lake College for a couple of years. He is on the mound for Humboldt. But first we've got Justin Santiago, and the leadoff man is Colton Boardman. who's been hitting it to a 379 clip. First pitch is on the corner for a strike, and we're underway at 6:39. Boardman comes out of Cal State Northridge, went to Bishop Gorman High School in Las Vegas. And it's an 0-1. Fouled out of play, 0-2. 92 miles an hour by Justin Santiago, who's really impressed so far on the season with his 3 outings. And it all starts for real tonight. We got 3 games going on, and we've got the umpire's already going, hey, we got 4 umpires, and so every umpire's got to take care of a bunch of stuff. We're going to move the crabs back into the dugout area. You don't want your crabs wandering all around. That is a life lesson that you want to learn very early on. 0-2. Breaking ball 1. Line already over. You can see here at the Sabores to Mexico, the $2 taco line is already stretching out toward all the way to Fat Cat. Incredible. 1-2. Inside, ball 2. Two-two pitch by Santiago. That looked good, and it is called strike 3. The hesitation and the rip from our 4th umpire behind the plate, and Boardman is out on strikes. Santiago's 26th strikeout of the summer season. That'll bring up Jason Arriola. 400 hitter with 10 runs batted in for Jason. He is out of Colorado State Pueblo. And he is the first baseman tonight for the Humboldt Crabs. Looking good in their camouflage jerseys. Potters all in orange. And Jason hits it over by the dugout. Defensively, the Potters will go with Ryan Jackson left, Jordy Lopez in center, and Quincy Malbrough in right. Aiden Diome at third. The newcomer Cash Brennan's the shortstop. Perrin Bland moves over to second base. Brady Dobson's at first. Behind the plate tonight is Kyle Pedersen. And on the mound is Justin Santiago. Luke Stoutwalker usually goes and gets a couple slices of pizza. He just went and grabbed a whole pizza tonight. He said, hey, it's league play. I got to have a whole pizza. That is high for a ball. Respect, respect. Pepperoni? Yeah, very good. 1-1 on Jason. He's followed by Ryan Vandenbrink, the catcher. Hit right back up the middle off the glove of Santiago. Recovers underhands and gets him at first. A line drive that was hit a little softer than it sounded, but Santiago got the glove on it, found it right away, and flipped it to first and got Arriola for the second out. 2 outs, and that'll bring up Ryan Vandenbrink. Just played a couple of games. He has 3 runs batted in. He is out of Oregon State University, which is up there in Oregon, coincidentally. And Ryan, a big right-handed hitter, wearing number 45 on the camouflage. Potters would say with the orange today. I thought it might be the powder blue. That's where I went. I don't have an orange one, though, so that would not look good on me. Vandenbrink takes a strike. 0-1. Nice crowd just settling in again. We probably have at least a third of the crowd is over in the line to get $2 tacos, so it's hard to get a real head count here. Swing and a miss. A big fastball at 92. Justin gets ahead in the count. 0-2 on Ryan Vandenbrink. If he reaches, Adam Inyard would be next. Goes back to the backstop. One and two. A strikeout and a line drive off the pitcher's glove that Santiago recovered and flipped over to first. It resulted in the first 2 outs here. Swing and a miss. Overpowered him with fastball. Good inning for Justin Santiago. We go to the bottom of the first. Crabs nothing. Potters coming to bat.
Potters fans want to keep restoring and renovating historic McBean Stadium? Now you can become a member of Friends of McBean. Annual membership start at $50. Become a member now at friendsofmcbean.org.
project is full scope, so we've got all the underground, all the joint trench, and all the topside included with it. We're putting in sewer pipe, manholes. We're not doing services yet. We go through and do all the main line, and then we come back and do all the services after that. I would say this project right here, the one we're working on, is probably about a 2-month project. It's very costly to the developer, so beating the schedule is very important, more important than most projects. It's got a lot of groundwater, so we've got an extensive groundwater pump system in place. It's just cool to be a part of the built environment and know that for the next 100 years that people are going to use and enjoy what we've created here today.
Bottom of inning number 1, Potters coming up to the plate. It is Aiden Dorsch, the right-hander, out of Youngstown State University by way of Folsom Lake College, as I was chatting with him before the game. Big right-hander who's been really good. 14 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs, 15 Ks so far. He will face Jordy Lopez, Quincy Malbrough, and Cash Brennan, the first 3 hitters for the Potters. Here in the bottom of the first, after Santiago shut down the Crabs, and there's a sharp grinder to the lefty shortstop, scooped up out there by Chabry, and at first he got him. Not by much, but he got him. That's Jaden Chabry at shortstop making the play on a very hard hit ball by Jordy Lopez. And he'll bring up Quincy Malbrough. Didn't say that Lopez came in hitting .515 with 12 runs batted in. Quincy hitting .517 with 10 runs batted in. Again, we're starting a new season basically because preseason is over and it's league time. There's a couple more games. I think a couple against the California Tigers and one against the Fresno A's. And maybe one more, but for the most part, it's PEL all the way out. A couple of games tonight. Mudcats are taking care of the new team, the Marysville Giants. And the Prune Packers are doing the same to the West Coast Kings. Trying to get off with a good start, which is what these two teams are trying to do right now as Dorsch drops that one in for a strike on Quincy Malbrough. Loomis, California, and Purdue University for Quincy. Out in right field for the Potters tonight. He'll take a ball. 93 from Dorsch. So we got 2 right-handers, 2 big right-handers. Dorsch at 6'5". Really dealing it so far. Dorsch, we said Youngstown State University. Had an injury last year, so recuperated. Big chopper out toward the first baseman's going to try to backhand it. No, it's the second baseman, throws to first, not in time. Really nice play by Boardman there. And he tried to get him at first base. Couldn't do it. Ariola came over from first to try to backhand it. It's an infield single for Malbrough. And while we have a chance before Cash Brennan comes to the plate, we'll tell you it's Alex Harrington in left. It's Dominic Katzis in center. Tyler Howard in right. Everett Johnson at third, Jaden Chabry at short. As we said, Boardman is at second, and Jason Arioli at first. Ryan Vandenbrink is behind the plate, and Aiden Dorsch on the mound. So here's Cash Brennan. I saw Brennan in the lineup. I thought it might be the great Peyton Brennan returning, but no, it's his younger brother, Cash, who is headed for the University of Arizona. And he is making his first appearance as a Potter, and he'll swing and miss at that fastball at 93. Cash out of Rockland. Up here with Malbrough at first. Potters stole a lot of bases in the preseason. Let's see if they keep that philosophy going forward. Brennan takes that look good. It's in there for a strike. 0-2. Aiden Diome, the third baseman, on deck. Just getting started. Great night out here for baseball. Matchup on the mound and on the field. So everything's great. You know. Malbrough was leaning a little bit, and Torres figured it out and almost caught him unaware at first base, but he gets back in safely. Eli Garcia, of course, is the skipper for the Potters. It's Jeff Giacomini for Humboldt. Lifted high down the left field line. It's foul territory giving chase, but ultimately is out of play over by the grassy knoll. So we'll do it again at 1-2. Jeff Giacomini has some of the best handwriting I've ever seen on a manager. Very, very nice. Easy to read. He was working on his lineup when I went to talk to him earlier to ask him to come up and do an interview. He said he could do one tomorrow. So tomorrow, 6:10. Tune in a little bit early and check out Camini. That one, again, is very close at first base. So Jeff will come up and chat. Hopefully not mostly about tonight's game. We'll talk about more general topics with him. John Bryant, Matt Tomlin, and Tommy Gale, also assistant coaches over there for Humboldt. Here goes Malbrough. The throw is a little bit on a hop, and it'll go all the way to center field, but backed up by Casas in center field, and Malbrough. And Quincy looks over to third base coach. I probably should have kept going there, but he gets the steal. He's at second base. The pitch was high, so it's 2-2 now, I believe, on Cash Brennan. Matt Tomlin's our favorite assistant coach because he says he watches our broadcast. And so, obviously he's, like to play favorites, but come on. Obviously, flattery will get you everywhere. So Brennan a chance to bring in a run here in his first appearance as Malbrough's at second with the shortstop Chabry behind him. Swings and misses. Couple of hard throwers so far tonight. That's the third combined strikeout already, and that'll bring up Aiden Diome. Out of Roseville, California, has a pretty lofty 480 average so far. 2 home runs. He's driven in 11. And he's got Malbrough out at second base after the infield single and the stolen base. Baron Bland's in the 5 spot tonight, playing second base. Oh, he is waiting on deck. Aiden slices that one foul over the left side. Over the line, standing in line for $2 tacos at Sabores de Mexico. Still see a healthy number of people coming back with some Fat Cat, though. You never want to ignore the Fat Cat, the brats, the Polish sausage, all the stuff there. And remember, tomorrow's a Wine and Wiener Wednesday, so they're really going to be busting it out tomorrow. $2 hot dogs. Inside for a ball. Half price sangria, $2 off all the wine pours. Again, we're looking for someone to put together a pairing menu with, brats, Polish sausage, regular dogs, which wine they go best with. No one has volunteered that information. 1-1 pitch is fouled off the screen to our left. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Another. Okay, now that guy, it looks like he took like $300 down to the taco line because he has literally 1 million tacos in there. Well played, my friend. Well played. Sometimes the fan of the game is decided in the first inning, and I think this is one of those times. They may have run out of tacos already. It took him to the 6th inning last time. That guy may have just done it tonight. High with the off-speed pitch. 2-2 on Aiden. Padres coming off a relatively tough series against Peloteros. The second 3-game set against Peloteros, not as smooth as the first one. They came out with 3 wins, but they were all hard fought. So credit to the Peloteros, of course, and their manager, Isaiah Garcia. Foul back. That one was close to the camera. I'm sorry, Aiden. We usually say really nice things about you, but if you break that camera, I won't be able to. And my poor engineer, Evan, has just had like a heart attack as an 18-year-old, and I don't think that's legal. He literally has ice water in his veins, and it just froze up. Almost had an early night. Dan takes the ball down the dirt. Vandenbrink with a nice block. Brings the count full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. So a good week of baseball, a good week of food and drink specials, and on Thursday, again, half price. Tickets, half price. Can't really beat that. Hits it high to left field and out of play again. Right around 92 and 93 for Aiden Dortch consistently here in this first inning. Folsom Lake College Falcon product, and now Youngstown State. Dioma is running up the pitch count here, if nothing else, in the first inning. It's full. Malbrough getting a good lead at second. And there's another foul ball and another general error. Some smart kid should be over there just hanging right there. With a guy throwing 93 and left-handed hitters at the plate, you're going to get some action. We got some all-stars or something back there on the Lincoln Little League field, too. So it's a busy night out here. I don't think they have $2 tacos at the Lincoln Little League field, though. But they're welcome to come over here and get some tacos. Diome takes ball 4. That's a great at-bat by Aiden. And he'll be at first base with Malbrough at second. And he goes over and to talk to Perrin Bland about what he saw and what he can impart to his friend from Meridian, Mississippi, who's playing second base tonight and hitting .478 on the summer. The pair of home runs and 16 runs batted in leads the team. He does come to us from Meridian, Mississippi, our sister city. Although I haven't cleared that through the Chamber of Commerce or anything. But I think it's probably going to work. Right-hander against right-hander here. Perrin swings and misses. Both pitchers getting a lot of swings and misses here in this first inning. Like I said, last outing, or 2 of his 3 outings, Aiden Dortch has gone 6 innings. And Justin, I think, has gone 5 in his last 2. So we could see a couple pitchers, if everything goes right, who could be pitching into the 6th or 7th inning tonight. Bland takes it, and that is a ball, 1-1. Let's not get too far ahead of ourselves, though. Perrin with a slightly open stance from the right side. Outfield pretty much straight away, medium deep. Malbrough fakes going. Bland rips one in the second baseman. Gets through him into right center field for a base hit. Here comes one runner. And he will score. Malbrough. The throw comes in over the head of the cutoff man. Bland will stay at first base. He's got himself an RBI single, and the Padres have themselves an early 1-0 lead. As Diome ends up at third base. That was just a bullet by Bland. It is his 17th run batted in. And as the ball got away on the infield, it looked like Aiden might have a chance to turn around and send it home, but Dortch was over there to back it up. So clutch hit, hard hit by Perrin Bland. Came in at 93, went out at 103. Holy cow, I didn't know about that. Why wasn't I alerted on? Why wasn't I on the text chain on that one? Come on. Don't we have an exit velocity text chain going on? We should have. Sponsor. I'll get a sponsor for it. That'll bring up Brady Dobson out of Stockton, California. Cal State Fullerton hitting at .333 with half a dozen runs batted in. Left-handed hitter up here against Aiden Dortch. Diome over at third, Bland over at first. That was Boardman out at second base, and that ball, Colton Boardman, that ball really hit hard, and not much he could do. It comes off at 103 off this turf. It's a tough play. So here's Dobson. Takes inside for a ball play and a threat to steal, but Dortch gets it up to the plate pretty quickly. So you got to get a pretty good jump. Areola is holding him on over there at first base. The new wave hold on. Back when I was playing, you had to stand on the base. Now they stand in front of the base and swipe tag. It's a whole thing. I rate Jordan Georgeson in the crowd tonight. I wonder if I should bring Jordan up for the third inning. I don't know. He's already had his, I think he's already had some tacos. Foul back to the screen. 1-1 on Brady. Out of Lincoln High School in Stockton, Mr. Brady Dobson. Potters with a run in here in the bottom of the first. They still threaten to put up more, and, you know, it's PEL, so you put up as many as you can, obviously. It misses a little bit too high. 2-1. Brady's followed by Ryan Jackson and Chaz McNeilis and Kyle Pedersen for the Potters. They're batting 9 in support of Justin Santiago. See if Bland goes. He does not. Dobson lines it, but he lines it foul over in the Aiden Diome territory, which, again, some kid could have like a half a dozen baseballs now. Two balls, 2 strikes. Lot of conversation. 4 umpires just gives you 4 times more conversation. Bland at first. Diome at third. There goes Bland. It's hit out down the right field line now on a breaking ball that came inside on Brady. And Bland is well on his way to third base before he has to go back. But he will have to go back. The rules state. Kind of hard to sneak into second base wearing that bright orange outfit, too. I want to think about that next time. So we'll do it again. 2 balls and 2 strikes. That is going to be called strike 3. Took something off that one, dropped it in perfectly, but the Potters score. We go to the top of the second. They're on top 1-0.
Buy a personalized brick for you, your loved ones, or your business, and show everyone your commitment to Lincoln baseball. Framed and engraved by our own Lincoln High Ag program students, your brick will be featured on unique movable brick walls. Find your name in the stadium entrance for the 2024 and 2025 seasons. Then visit your brick in its permanent home inside the stadium. Bricks can be purchased here for $250. Get it now at friendsofmcbean.org.
I'm Bill Spear, North Valley president of 5 Star Bank. In a time when business can feel so uncertain, we're here for you every step of the way.
I know they have a lot of bells and whistles within their bank, but just the relationship piece here locally on the business side is huge for us.
5 Star treats us like we're number 1. They're right there with suggestions, with help. So I have to bank with people that have our mission in mind.
We're 5 Star Bank. How can we help you?
Hi, Bill Evans, President of the Placer County Association of Realtors. We're in our store, our conference facilities, an amazing team help us keep together an amazing organization. And we thank them all.
This organization can't do what it does and can't run the way it runs without the help of so many members volunteering their time.
The success of the Placer County Association of Realtors is largely dependent on our active volunteer members to help our organization and industry. The work of our committees greatly impacts our ability to champion efforts across the board and giving back to the Placer County community wherever we can.
Like all service organizations, I wanted to serve. And getting involved with the affiliate committee was the perfect way to do that.
I love being able to serve my community with my business friends and other leaders and give back to those who are in need. The thing I love about the PCAR committees is they all work.
Top of inning number 2, Mark the Pamela back here with the Big E on controls. We got Adam Enyard coming up to the plate, and followed by Damian Casas and Everett Johnson against Justin Santiago, who had a good top of the first inning. There's a chopper up the middle, and that will go into center field for a base hit. Adam Enyard hitting at 386 coming in out of Sac State, and he drops one perfectly placed right up the middle, sharply hit by Adam at 99 off the bat. First hit of the game for the Crabs, and Damian Casas will be the hitter. We're number 14 out of Cal State Fullerton. Casas is up here hitting .455 with 3 home runs in the early first dozen games for the Humboldt Crabs. Santiago's pitch is a fastball. 91 gets right by Casas, so it is 0-1. Everett Johnson, the former Potter, will follow, and then Tyler Howard for Humboldt. Short lead at first by Enyard. There he goes. And he went and he stopped, and the throw down is not going to get him. So Santiago had him off first, but he came to the plate. The pitch was a ball, and Enyard somehow gets a stolen base. And he's kind of probably going to be a little sheepish about that one, but hey, it's a stolen base. Jumped a little too early, perhaps, but it all worked out. Santiago looked like, you don't want to yell at a pitcher because he's going to commit a balk, but you want to let him know that the runner's gone. He went ahead with the pitch, and Enyard went ahead with the steal, and he is in scoring position with nobody out. We got time is called. I think it's because there was a guy with a beer walking behind home plate, and they wanted to make sure he got through safely because he had one of those new Potter cups, and you don't want to mess with that. Swing and a miss, that's an off-speed pitch. One and two on Casas. Fastball, call, strike 3. Third strikeout for Santiago, a big one right there. And here's Everett Johnson, the former Potter from UC Davis. Comes up to the plate. Want to shout out, I know, watching down in Laverne, my buddy, Tony Santiago, Justin's dad. Patricia, I know, is there with him. So hi to the Santiagos. It was really nice to meet you, Tony. And hopefully you guys are doing well as we watch Justin here, starting the first league game of the season for the Potters, and he's got one out with Johnson coming up. Johnson only one official at bat this summer, so hasn't really seen a lot of activity, and he'll take that one inside. Playing third base tonight for the Crabs, and he played a lot of different positions. Played some third base for the Potters, played a little first base, and they probably stuck him in the outfield too. Santiago's going to spin around and check out Enyard back there, but there's nothing going on. So we'll come back to 1-0. Willie Preston, the PA guy, the best in the business, overcome by the $2 taco thing. That's in the dirt, 2-0. He was talking about it and then just said, even if you don't want a taco, go get one. They're $2. I mean, that's a great sales pitch. And, of course, who doesn't want a taco? The guy who bought 7 or 8 is already done. So, tip of the cap to him. Should probably go get some more. That's slice foul down the right field line off the screen, and it'll bounce all the way back to home plate. And the ump says, I'll take care of it. Don't worry about it. So it's a 2-ball, 1-strike count. First of 3 games between these two teams. Then a day off, and the Potters will host the Marysville Giants, the newcomer to the PEL. That'll be Saturday and Sunday. There's a chopper back to the mound. Weird hop picked up by Santiago, and he will just tag the runner himself. One unassisted. You don't see that every day. 2 outs, but going to third on that is Enyard. And Tyler Howard is the hitter. Right-handed hitter playing out in right field. Very mysterious guy. He's not on the roster that we were given, and he's not on the roster on the website. Other than that, we know a lot about him. And here comes the manager, that's Jeff Giacomini. He's coming out and chatting with the home plate umpire. I don't know if it's chatting or what exactly it is. And it looks like Tyler Howard is the Dueling Dogs batter. So, I mean, I like the way that the Big E gets you right inside that conversation. You're a good lip reader. You're going to know exactly what's going on in that conversation. His E's got you up there. So if Tyler were to strike out, it would be half off Dueling Dogs. It's already $4 off Loomis Basin Brewing. It'll be half off Dueling Dogs for the rest of the inning. I mean, we make it easy for you, folks. All you got to do is come out here. And again, if you're at home and you can't come out here, I urge you to go along with the beer specials in your own home. Fastball is a strike. You don't have to stock Dueling Dogs and Farmers Brewer. You can use it with your own brand. I mean, that's fine. Just, take it easy on yourself. Give yourself half off once in a while. 0-1 pitch. Line short center field. Coming on is Lopez. He won't get there. It's an RBI single for Tyler Howard, and this game is tied at 1. Hoping it would carry all the way to Jordy Lopez. No such luck. And Howard has himself an RBI, and Alex Harrington is the hitter. Alex going to Stanford University. And he's hitting .438 with 7 runs batted in so far for the Humboldt Crabs. First run given up by Santiago all summer long. There goes the runner. He's got a good jump. The throw to second base won't be in time. Oh, that was right on the money, though. Right on the money by Kyle Pedersen. Just a little bit late for Howard, and he's in there. And you're with a stolen base earlier in the inning, but that was one where he wandered off early and wasn't caught. And that ends up hurting the Potters as he comes around to score on the Howard single. And now Howard inching off at second. Breaking ball a little bit too high, maybe inside as well. 1-1. Harrington, number 8 hitter. He's followed by Jaden Shabry, the shortstop. Fastball, beautiful pitch, strike 2. 92 by Justin. As now he's got to give up the first run. Now he's got to bounce back from that. As he gets ahead in the count 1-2 on Alex Harrington. Breaking ball's chopped out to shortstop. Brennan has it. Across the diamond to first, and he got him at first base. So 1 run for the Crabs. Here in the second, we go to the bottom of inning number 2. We're all tied at 1.
Gooseport Public House. We have sports on 10 big screen TVs, 23 beer taps with classics and crafts, a full bar with creative craft mixed drinks, live music, and most importantly, great fresh food. In downtown Roseville off Vernon Street. Only 15 minutes from the ballpark. See ya at Gooseport.
sports fans want to keep restoring and renovating historic McBean Stadium? Now you can become a member of Friends of McBean. Annual membership start at $50. Become a member now at friendsofmcbean.org.
When it comes to your home's maintenance and repairs, Jeffers Resource Group has you covered. Our handyman services offer a comprehensive range of expertise, from minor carpentry to drywall, electrical and flooring for property managers, landlords, and renters alike. We ensure that every job is completed to the highest standards, so you can have peace of mind. Contact us today to discover how Jeffers Resource Group can help keep your home in top shape.
Bottom of inning number 2, Aiden Dorsch comes out there. He had to wait a little bit as Piper has his second inning race, and Piper was way overmatched today. I've never seen a quality of a field like that. He was just like, usually he's got to like kind of let somebody beat him, maybe one or two, but he was just dusted. He finished 12th out of 12, and it was not even that close. Here's Ryan Jackson here in the bottom of the second. He's followed by Chaz McNeilis and Kyle Pedersen, the 7, 8, 9 in the Potters order. We are tied at 1. Aiden Dorsch on the mound, and his pitch is lined into right field by Jackson, and Ryan has himself a base hit. Went down and got that one, came in at 351. Third hit for the Potters. Dorsch had only given up 4 hits in the previous 14 innings, and he'll face Chaz McNeilis. Out of Las Vegas, Nevada, newly committed to UNLV, Chaz has 7 runs batted in and 182 average. He is the DH for Lincoln tonight, as Jackson is out in left field. Everett Johnson at third. There's a throw. They got him. They picked him off first base. He got close a couple of times. Oh, wait a minute. I think we might get a balk call. I think we got a balk call, and Jackson is going to be spared by the balk call, and I will expect to see a manager come out very soon from the third base dugout, since we've been discussing just about everything else. Aiden Dorsch is trying. There we go. We got the manager coming out. Aiden's kind of going through the steps, going, this is what I did, man. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Well, it's a big play because Jackson was out over at first base, and maybe he was out because there was a balk on the play. So Ryan is going to go down to second. Everybody is involved in the talk. We have more umpires. That means we have more people that get to talk in all these conferences and stuff. So we'll put it down as a balk right now. Hopefully I won't have to scratch that off as Piper goes around to help the 50-50. I think it's the 12 Bridges High School debate team. Is that what we got going here, Willie? Yeah. 12 Bridges what? Oh, speech and debate. Well, that goes hand in hand. I'll give you that. It should be argue and debate, but I'll go with that. So Jackson talking to the shortstop right now, Shabry, but Ryan is saved by the bell, as we used to say back in the era of Zach, Screech, and Slater. And McNeilis now has a guy at second base. Nobody out. No count on the hitter. Chaz, a left-handed hitter. Swings and misses at the fastball at 92. I think Ryan Jackson's got to be a little bit careful back there, as he just kind of got saved over at first base, and so he may stay a little bit closer to home here. But we'll see. 0-1 now on Chaz McNeilis. Hits it sharply but foul down the first base line. Good contact by Chaz, but he is down 0-2 with Kyle Pedersen on deck. Bottom of the second inning, first of 3 games between these two teams as we kick off PEL play in a big way with one of the oldest teams on the West Coast. Chaz hits it toward the hole, diving under the glove of Johnson into left field, a base hit. Only to third goes Ryan Jackson, but McNeilis delivers a single. Johnson was moved up a little bit. I think Everett might have had a better chance had he been back, but he was up there with the left-handed hitter up at the plate, so he's moved up a little bit. And that'll bring up Kyle Pedersen, the number 9 hitter. He only seen a little bit of action. 2 for 5 on the season is Kyle out of Roseville, California. Potters threatening here in the bottom of inning number 2. We're tied at 1. Potters scored in the bottom of first. Krabs in the top of the second. There's the throw to first base again. That one was a little high, and Ariola made a nice play over there. Nice pitch, drops in the breaking ball for a strike on Pedersen. Kyle says, yeah, you got me on that one. You got me, fair and square. $4 off Loomis Base and Brewing tonight. That's the underreported part of the night. And we're talking about the tacos. There's another throw to first, and that one almost got away again. So both playing with fire, the base runner and the pitcher. And again, he's got an umpire standing right behind him looking for box, although I think the last one was called by the home plate umpire. 0-1 so far to Kyle. There goes the runner. It's a throw to second base. It's right on the money, and he is out. Perfect throw by Vandenbrink. And you don't know, with nobody out, that's a risky play right there. And now there's one out and a runner at third. But that was just perfectly executed by Ryan Vandenbrink, the catcher. Put the ball right on the money. Pitch was called a ball, so it's a 1-ball, 1-strike count now on Pedersen, but now with 1 out. Trying to get Jackson in from third. Kyle swings and misses, and he's out on strikes, so that was called a strike. And he's out on strikes, which makes it even worse now. 2 outs, and Jordy Lopez, who grounded sharply to shortstop his first time up on a good play by Chaubry, comes up here with a chance to put the Potters ahead. First and third turns into just third and 2 outs as Lopez settles in, hitting at .515, and now Dorsch will go back to his windup. Jordy takes a strike, 0-1. Quincy Mabro to follow. Sun has an effect on the field, especially third, short, and left. Lopez pops it up. Second base calls, shortstop calls. It's going to be shortstop, no center field coming in. That is Cassis to come in and make the catch. So Potters threaten, but run themselves out of an inning. We go to the third. We're all tied at 1.
You are laborers rising. And now you understand where we came from, what solidarity means, and what we have ahead of us. No one's going to defend us but us. No one's going to help construction workers except us. And I can't wait to see you out there.
American River College is a top-tier community college sports program that provides student athletes with the opportunity to thrive both athletically and academically. ARC Athletics is currently ranked 5th in the state and 2nd in Northern California. With over 19 sports programs, our athletes compete with the region's best athletes. Our diverse and dedicated coaching staff helps athletes develop the skills necessary to compete at the next level. Start your community college athletics journey with us. American River College, Sacramento's best athletic program. Go Beavers.
keep restoring and renovating historic McBean Stadium? Now you can become a member of Friends of McBean. Annual membership start at $50. Become a member now at friendsofmcbean.org.
Top of inning number 3, all tied at 1. It'll be Jaden Shabry, the first hitter. You know, I don't really understand the game they do in between the second and third innings where they get the water and the sponge and put it in the bucket, but I do love at the end when they just take the bucket off and pour it on a kid. I really like that part of it. And probably the kid does too. Fouled off by Shabry, who's hitting .500 so far with 11 runs batted in. He is out of Delta College, down in Stockton down there, playing at shortstop for the Humboldt Crabs, who scored their run in the second inning to tie it up. Potters had a chance to go ahead in the second. Couldn't get it done. Santiago's fastball is outside, goes off the glove of the catcher, and we'll do it at 1 ball and 1 strike with a new ball. Good crowd out here, checking things out on a Tuesday night, including my trivia partners, Jim Russell, Karen Russell down there, so they're not at trivia tonight, and I think the team could use them. From what I'm hearing, they're not doing that great. Breaking ball in there for a strike. But it's all about the experience, so that's what it's about, and the beer. And tonight, it's all about the tacos, as the line's still down to Sports de Mexico. Everybody in this place has already had a taco, and there's still everybody in line, which I've kind of got to respect. Hit right back to the mound. That's the third one that Mr. Santiago will handle, and he goes the requisite 2/3 of the way to first before he underhands it to the first baseman, Brady Dobson, and 1 out. Go back to the top of the order, and Colton Boardman, who took a call third strike his first time up, out of Bishop Gorman High in Las Vegas and Cal State Northridge. I believe at one time they were the Matadors. I don't know if they still are, but I like that name, so I hope they are. No reason to change. There's nothing wrong with Matadors. I don't think you get canceled for being a Matador. Outside to the left-hand hitting second baseman. Hitting .379 on the year coming in with 6 runs batted in. He's at second base in tonight's game. Followed by Jason Arriola, the first baseman. Did he catch the outside corner? He did not. 2-0. 3 strikeouts so far for Santiago. He has given up 2 hits and the 1 run. Look out. That hit him, I think. Yep, he's going to go down to first base. So Boardman gets the free pass, albeit painful, and that will bring up Jason Arriola, the first baseman. He is out of Colorado State in Pueblo, Colorado. I think there's 3 or 4. There's a Colorado State, I think, in Fort Collins, and I think there might even be another one. So a lot of Colorado States. And he really takes outside, as we'll see if Boardman tries to take off. One ball and no strikes. 1 out here in the third. That one misses outside. The throw down to first base. It's close, but no cigar. Nice throw by the Potters catcher, Pedersen. But back safely is Boardman. And now a 2-ball, no strike count with Vandenbrink coming up next. Throw to first base, and it won't be in time. That's hit out of play. Two balls, one strike against Arriola. Do expect Boardman to take off. Both teams have taken off a couple times already in this one, trying to get an edge. It promises to be a close affair to the end. There he goes, a break bunt, the throw to second, a hop, he got him, it's there in time, and he is out. Pedersen drops it in on a hop, handled perfectly by Brennan, and the tag is applied, and the runner is gone at second base for 2 outs. Let's see what that pitch was called. Have 2 and 2 on the scoreboard, and the umpire has not changed that. So that one didn't get there in the air. I think Justin Santiago is being attacked by some flying creature out there. I don't think it's a bat or a condor. Probably something smaller, wouldn't you say, E? Yeah, good call. It's still out there, though. I guess if it was a condor, you could probably see it better and get out of the way. Swing and a miss. He got him on strikes. So good play by Pedersen. Potters get out of it. We go to the bottom of the third. We're all tied at 1.
American River College is a top-tier community college sports program that provides student athletes with the opportunity to thrive both athletically and academically. ARC Athletics is currently ranked 5th in the state and 2nd in Northern California. With over 19 sports programs, our athletes compete with the region's best athletes. Our diverse and dedicated coaching staff helps athletes develop the skills necessary to compete at the next level. Start your community college athletics journey with us.
Bottom of inning number 3. It is a Taco Tuesday. It is a tie score 1-1. And Quincy Malbro will start us off, then Cash Brennan and Aiden Diome against the right-hander Aiden Dorsch, who's given up 4 hits, 1 run. He has struck out 2, make that 3, and walked 1. Here's Quincy, who has an infield single and a run scored to his credit. Came in at 5-17, playing out in right field for Lincoln. And he hits a ground ball slowly out to shortstop. Chambry throws it to first base. It's off the mark, but tagged by Areola for the first out. So 1 pitch, 1 out here for the Potters in the third. And Cash Brennan, who struck out his first time up at his Potters debut, will be the hitter. Out of Rockland, California, headed to the University of Arizona. Brother of Potter legend Peyton Brennan. So Cash, a left-handed hitter, playing out at shortstop for the Potters tonight. And then Aiden Diome. Dorsch at 6'5", the right-hander out of Youngstown State, delivers outside. Took something off that and misses the outside corner. 1-0. I truly believe everybody here has already had a taco tonight, but we still have a line over there. Fouled off. I mean, you owe it to yourself, $2 tacos, to go and have at least 50% more tacos than you usually have. So if you usually have 4 tacos, you got to get 6 tacos. I mean, it just makes sense monetarily. And, you know, food-wise, obviously. Taste-wise. That is a good-looking pitch, and in there for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. There's Don from the parking lot Potters hanging out, wearing the orange shirt tonight. Up, 2 ice creams and helmets. I love it. They're smalls though. It's the small batting helmet size. Dion fouls it off. I guess my memo that I sent about spaghetti in a helmet has not gone up the chain yet, all the way to the top. I'm still waiting to hear about that. Giving Stones full credit, of course, because it was his idea. But I have not heard back. That's a grounded foul. Now, I put my name on it. Maybe it would be better if I'd have put Stones' name on it. One and two still to Cash Brennan. High fastball, 93 from Dorsch. That's been his top so far tonight. Comes out of the Humboldt area. Went to Folsom Lake College for a couple years. Now in Youngstown State. Brennan is staying tough with another foul ball down the left field line. It finds its way onto the field. So it's still 1 ball and 2 strikes. Tomorrow night, 6:35 again, same 2 teams, same thing on Thursday. Mind-blowing specials each night, just like tonight. Lined into center field. That's a nice solid base hit for Cash Brennan. Reached out and hit it right where it was pitched. Got his first hit as a Potter. It was an impressive one. And 5th hit for the Potters, and it'll bring up Aiden Diome. Tomorrow's a Wine and Wiener Wednesday. I mean, if you're familiar, you know. It's half-price sangrias. It's $2 off wine pours. And $2 hot dogs with the specialty hot dog, which I don't think is $2. The bacon-wrapped hot dog from Fat Cat that you just kind of like, wow. Then Thursday is a Thirsty Thursday. $1 12-ounce beers. Crazy. Also half-price general admission. That's lifted high and fouled by Aiden Diome. And then Willie came up with some canned food thing he was talking about, where if you bring 2 canned foods on Thursday, 2 cans of food, Wednesday. Okay, and I again, that's why they don't give me these announcements to make, because I always mess them up. Here, I'm going to get it from Willie's own script after this pitch to Aiden Diome, but they're going to throw over to first base instead. Okay, here we go. Wine and Wiener Wednesday and Feed the Families night. You get half off sangrias, $2 off hot dogs, and also get free general admission with 2 canned food donations. That's huge. It's a special week. Everything is just crazy this week. Food's crazy. Tickets are crazy. Feed the Families is great. It's all crazy. Brennan with a good lead at first base, creeping off over there, and they'll throw back over there. Diome with a no ball, 1 strikeout. Aiden walked his first time up, hitting .480 on the summer. 2 canned foods. Free. Crazy. Final game of the Crabs against the Crabs comes on the first Thirsty Thursday of the season. Enjoy 1 12-ounce draft beer, half off general admission. Tickets at LincolnPotters.com. And why wouldn't you get them? You almost lose money if you don't come. Basically is what's happening. Brennan fakes it. Brennan fakes it again, and the ball's inside. 2-1. So you can go explain to whoever you need to explain to, if I don't go to the Potters game Wednesday and Thursday, I'm actually giving money away. I'm going to end up leaving the game, and they will owe me money because of all the specials. I brought the canned food. I got the deal on it. Look out, that's inside. The runner's going, kind of stopped halfway, and the ball getting to center field, but Brennan will stay right there as Cassis comes in. So kind of a start and stop steal, but it worked out all right for the Potters as Brennan's got himself in scoring position. Aiden Diome now with a 3-ball, 1-strike count as Brennan is sufficiently rattled, it seemed, Dorsch to take Aiden from an 0-1 count to now a 3-1 count, and that last one missed badly, missed high. We've seen Vandenbrink's throw. He gets it down there pretty quickly, but that one a little bit short. So 3-1 on Aiden. Fouls it off. Again, right by our camera. Folks, you don't know the stress that this 18-year-old gentleman to my left is under right now. And it's like it would come under act of God. You can't explain it. It's not a mistake anybody would make. It would be just act of God. We could get them to stop the game until we got another one. I'm sure they would. Dion pops it foul on an off-speed pitch. So he's 92, 93, then his off-speed comes in around 79 or 80, and Aiden stayed with it long enough to spoil it. Perrin Bland is the on-deck hitter. One out here in the third. Brennan is at second base after a single and a stolen base. And we're at 3-2 on Aiden Dion. Third baseman out of Roseville. Hit sharply right at the shortstop. He's going to go to third to get Brennan, and he is out at third. That was Shabry. Took the quick way, got it over to Johnson. Everett with the tag. A fielder's choice for Aiden Dion. He is at first base, but now the lead runner is gone, and here's Perrin Bland. An RBI single his first time up. Gave him his 17th run batting in the season, and it was 103 miles an hour off the bat and ate up second baseman Colton Boardman. Perrin takes the off-speed pitch, and he takes it outside. We say hello to his mom and dad and everybody back in Meridian, Mississippi. They made a trip, or the mayor made a trip out here early on to watch Perrin. Takes high, 2-0. Brady Dobson is next if Bland can keep things going for the Potters. A lot of base runners thrown out for both teams so far through 3 innings. Both teams trying to get that edge. As both pitchers, right around 92 miles an hour, 93. Throw over to first base again. A quick move for a right-hander for Dorsch. Not with a big lead over at first base. Bland takes outside, 3-0. Hasn't been as precise as Dorsch with his pitches since he's had runners on base. Don't know if that balk back in the second had anything to do with that or what, but it's 3-0 on P. Bland. Takes it right down the middle. That one had no problem at 92. That was perfect. 3 balls and 1 strike. Throwing it first again. Now a little too quick for the umpire. He says, no, let's kind of slow down the rhythm a little bit. Everybody get on the same page here. On a beautiful night out here at McBean Stadium in lovely Lincoln, California. Bland hits it sharply in the hole, a base hit left field. That runner really valuable now as Bland pops his second hit and the Potters' 6th hit against Dorsch. Brings up Brady Dobson, who took a call third strike his first time up. Dobson at 333 with a half a dozen runs batted in out of Lincoln High down in Stockton. And Cal State Fullerton up here with a chance to put the Potters ahead. He's got Diome at second and now Bland at first. And we're going to get a timeout as that's my buddy there. That is Matt Tomlin, the pitching coach. He's going to come out and talk to Aiden Dorsch. Potters got a ground out from Malbro, then a base hit by Brennan. He stole second. Then on a grounder to short by Diome. Brennan tried to take third. He was thrown out. Diome took first as a result of the fielder's choice. He moved to second on Perrin Bland's second hit of the night. And that's where we stand with Brady Dobson coming to the plate, followed by Ryan Jackson. I don't know what the I keep telling people to go buy tacos, but everybody's bought tacos. Now, again, we didn't run out of tacos in the 6th inning last Tuesday, so, we'd like to match that, even though I'm sure they inventoried more of them. So, Boris, there are no dummies over there, and they know what they're doing. They know what they're cooking, and they know what they're doing. It's just, 3 straight nights of great baseball and even better specials. Again, if you don't come out here, you're losing money. Thompson swings and misses off-speed pitch. Way out ahead of it, 0-1. Tonight you come out, get a beer, $4 off. Loomis Basin down there at the Brick and Barrel Backyard Bar and Grill. Without the grill, you can get a kill, maybe 3-4 tacos. You're done. Tomorrow, $2 off hot dogs. Half-price sangrias. Hit sharply down to first on big hop to Ariola. He'll step on the bag, and that's the inning. So a couple of hits, but Potters don't score. We go to the 4th, all tied at 1.
Lincoln provides all the charm of a small town, yet still provides access to excellent local medical care. At Lincoln Urgent Care, you can find expert services and a compassionate staff available 7 days a week. A friendly front desk staff will welcome you when you come into our brand new facility. Your wait time will be minimal at our walk-in clinic, unlike the emergency room. From broken bones and lacerations to allergies, flu shots, and illnesses, we treat a variety of urgent medical conditions. What sets us apart is not just our central location in Lincoln, but the convenience of our extended hours, including weekends. We've become Lincoln's first choice for urgent care because we treat patients of all ages for a variety of conditions and take most insurances. We're proud to be an approved provider for veterans and welcome in our military patients.
From our family to yours, we're here when you need us.
Fans want to keep restoring and renovating historic McBean Stadium? Now you can become a member of Friends of McBean. Annual membership start at $50. Become a member now at friendsofmcbean.org.
This job is the Esplanade at Turkey Creek phases 4 and 5. Our scope of work for this project is full scope, so we've got all the underground, all the joint trench, and all the top side included with it. We are putting in sewer pipe, manholes. We're not doing services yet. We go through and do all the main line, and then we come back and do all the services after that. I would say this project right here, the one we're working on, is probably about a 2-month project. It's very costly to the developer, so beating the schedule is very important, more important than most.
Top of inning number 4 from McBean Stadium. Mark the Phantom Low along with the Big E on the controls. Ryan Vandenbrink will start us off here against Justin Santiago, and he'll take it outside. Adam Enyard follows, and then Damian Cassis. Vandenbrink struck out the first time up. Just a couple of games so far for the Crabs for Ryan this summer. Up here against Santiago, who's breaking balls in there for a strike. 1-1. Justin out of Laverne, California, spent some time, or 1 year at St. Mary's, and had an injury and is now in the portal. And he's had a great summer so far for the Potters. Check swing, did he go? I think he did. I really do. The umpire's pointing at him, very accusatory. Very accusatory. 1-2. That one's fouled off. Ryan stays alive up there out of Oregon State University in West Lynn, Oregon. Nice breeze coming in right now. Makes it very pleasant out here. Hit sharply but fouled barely down the third base line on the off-speed pitch. So Vandenbrink got around on that one. Got around a little too quickly. And he will be up here still. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Chopper foul. That one not hit as hard, but hit further foul, so he stays alive again. Trying to push up the pitch count a little bit. Santiago has struck out 4 so far. He's hit a batter, given him 2 hits and 1 run. That's a little high and a little inside. Very nice sign by the raffles agents. How the 50-50 raffle works. They explain the whole thing on that little piece of paper or a little cardboard right there. I don't want you to not know what's going on, where your money's going. They want to tell you. Swing and a miss. Off-speed pitch for the strikeout. That's Justin's 5th. Second time for Ben, and Branken will bring up Adam Inyard. DH out from Sac State. And Jordan says from Bakersfield, California. Singled and scored back in the second inning. Came in at 386 with 3 home runs and 14 runs batted in. Santiago from the stretch and delivers the strike. Dominic Cassis will follow for the Humboldt Crabs, who were 12-0 in the preseason. Pirates 15-0 in the preseason. And now it's on for reals here in the PEL. Lined out to right field, coming on is Malbro. Quincy dives, and Quincy makes the catch. Quincy Malbro. That's a web gem for your Pirates. And your bid for a second hit is thwarted by Mr. Malbro in right field. And with 2 outs down, Damian Casas will be the hitter. Damian struck out looking back in the first inning. Comes to us from Cal State Fullerton. Left-handed hitter against the right-hander, Justin Santiago. A lot of kids tonight. Well, it's summertime. It's officially school's out for summer, as my friend Alice Cooper would say, or has said, or some call him Vincent Fournier. That one is down low, and you'd see the kids proliferating out here. Matt Lundgren trying to be cool like the kids, has his hat on backwards. I don't know if it's the best look, but it works for him, and that's what's important. Chopper foul by Casas. First base coach with an excellent defensive play, and he had it all the way. Brady Dobson ran over to back him up, but he knew the coach had it all the way. I bet that's Tommy Gale over there. That's my guess. 1-1 now on Casas. He's followed by Everett Johnson. Misses the outside corner with that one, so it's 2-1. We'll do it again tomorrow at 6:35. Might be even a degree or 2 cooler, but it's not too bad right now. Wine and Wiener Wednesday. Fouled off. And again, 2 canned food donations get you free general admission tomorrow. And that's over and above the $2 hot dogs, half-price sangrias. Wine and Wiener Wednesday with a little Feed the Families component in there, worked in there. In the dirt. Runs it full on Damien. Our scoreboard seems to be unusually accurate today. Or maybe it's just the 3 times I've looked up there, which is 3 times more than it's usually accurate. Not our scoreboard, the big scoreboard. Popped up. Will it stay in play? I don't think so. Giving chase over by the grassy knoll. And it's over there. We have a lot of foul balls over in that area tonight. A lot of left-handed hitters. And a couple of pitchers throwing between 90 and 93. And even more kids somehow just emerged from the area. We got the elite baseball team, which was the Field of Dreams team tonight. we'll do it again, and we won't do it again because the umpire says we won't. Two hits on the night for Humboldt. Both of those back in the second inning. Swing and a miss. Another strikeout for Justin, his 7th. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Potters 1, Crabs 1.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Placer County's best-kept secret is back for another exciting summer at historic McBean Stadiums. Loaded with fun for the whole family, local beer, wine, and eats. Fireworks, giveaways, theme nights, kids zone, and more. Come join in the fun and enjoy small-town baseball with Major League Entertainment. Tickets on sale now at LincolnPotters.com.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
We return to McBean Stadium in the bottom of the 4th inning with the score all tied at 1. It'll be Ryan Jackson, Chaz McNeilis, and Kyle Pedersen against Aiden Dorsch. The right-hander's gone through 3 innings. He has given up 1 run on 6 hits and struck out 3. And Jackson, who singled his first time up, swings at the first one and fouls it off. Activity in both bullpens. And the Potters looks like just someone stretching to maybe go in an inning or so from now. We do have some throwing going on for the Crabs. Dorsch has gone 6 innings a couple of times this summer, but he has thrown a lot of pitches so far as Jackson takes high. Big, strong kid, Aiden Dorsch. 6'5", against Jackson from El Cajon, California. Swings and fouls that off in San Diego State University. Thursday is the Thirsty Thursday, $1 12-ounce drafts. I mean, again, if you're not here, you're just hurting yourself. Evan Miranda warming up in the pen for the Humboldt Crabs as Jackson takes call, strike 3. That will be the 4th strikeout for Aiden Dorsch, and he will take on Chaz McNeilis, who singled his first time up. It went through the hole and past third baseman Everett Johnson in the left field back in the 2nd inning. Chaz out of Las Vegas, Nevada. Takes that one a little bit outside. 1-0. Potters' last game was Saturday. They wrapped up the series with Peleteros with a 4-1 win. Look out, that's inside. Good cowbell representation tonight. Although Willie hasn't asked for him that much. Beautiful night for baseball. A lot of VIPs down in the VIP area. Chaz takes inside again. 3-0, and that one got closer to him, so logically the fourth one, well, I don't want to think about it. Stones McCoy would be very angry. There's a young lady down there with the Dodgers hat on, and he does not like that. That is ball 4. That's the second walk given up by Aiden, and we're going to get a meeting at the mound here. That may be all. I think he's looking out to the pen as Giancomini, and he has made a motion, and we are going to get ourselves a new pitcher. So we're going to take a break in the action here. We're in the bottom of inning number 4, and we are all tied at 1.
This organization can't do what it does and can't run the way it runs without the help of so many members volunteering their time.
The success of the Placer County Association of Realtors is largely dependent on our active volunteer members to help our organization and industry. The work of our committees greatly impacts our ability to champion efforts across the board and giving back to the Placer County community wherever we can.
Like all service organizations, I wanted to serve. And getting involved with the affiliate committee was the perfect way to do that.
I love being able to serve my community with my business friends and other leaders and give back to those who are in need.
The thing I love about the PCAR committees is they all work toward the same goal of bringing the community together to support those in need in our surrounding area.
I instantly came to the meeting and had a wonderful time, felt like I was a part of something bigger, and it was just the start of my leadership journey.
Gooseport Public House. We have sports on 10 big screen TVs, 23 beer taps with classics and crafts, a full bar with creative craft mixed drinks, live music, and most importantly, great fresh food. In downtown Roseville off Vernon Street, only 15 minutes from the ballpark. See ya at Gooseport.
Fans want to keep restoring and renovating historic McBean Stadium? Now you can become a member of Friends of McBean. Annual membership start at $50. Become a member now at friendsofmcbean.org.
This job is the Esplanade at Turkey Creek phases 4.
Oh, what a pitching change that was. Evan Miranda's the new pitcher from San Diego State University. But he delivers a fastball that Pedersen swings and misses. We got a visitor to the booth, and her name is Deidre Bland, and she's Baron Bland's mom and P. Bland III's wife, and she just all of a sudden showed up yesterday, and she's out here, and she is having a great time. And it is fantastic to meet her. And I guess the mayor is going to come out again tomorrow, so it's going to be a Bland family reunion out here, as Pedersen has 0-2 count here. Evan Miranda, the second pitcher, now Dorsch. That one is high and outside, a fake throw to first base. Dorsch 3 1/3 innings, 6 hits, 1 run so far. He has walked 2 and struck out 5. And I think it was maybe a pitch count thing that got him. So here's Miranda, another right-hander. 1 and 2 is popped up. Will it stay in play? I don't think so. So Deidre Bland is, P said the mom was coming out, and I said, I didn't think you were coming out till later in the summer. She says, I'll be back next month too. So I think she might be petitioning the city of Lincoln for some residents. And I think I can go ahead and co-sign that. He says he's good with it. So we may have the Blands move in, although you can't leave the city without a mayor. So we got to send Dad back after a couple of days. High and outside, 2-2. Fastball right in the upper 80s for Evan Miranda. Swinging a pop-up. Out of play. So Pedersen's just trying to stay alive with one out and McNeilis over at first base. We're in the bottom of the fourth inning on a very special day out here. As it is a Taco Tuesday. I mean, special for other reasons too, but high out 3-2. But Taco Tuesday usually trumps just about everything else. Full count. Let's see if McNeilis is going. Vandenbrink has shown a strong arm behind the plate, so strike him out, throw him out. Not what the Potters want here in the fourth. Breaking ball is fouled off. Good job by Pedersen to stay behind on that one and not get out front foot. As Miranda throws the breaking ball, takes about 15 miles an hour off the pitch. Three balls, two strikes, one out. Throw over to first base. Pedersen out of Roseville, California. Waits the 3-2 pitch from Miranda. Breaking ball misses outside. Pedersen thought it was a ball, took off, and then said, well, yeah, it was outside. Okay. It's a good at bat right there by Kyle as he worked that walk. Very difficult off of Miranda. And here is Jordy Lopez. Jordy has grounded to short and flied to center. At 5:15 on the summer, he's been sensational out of Elk Grove, California, with a dozen RBI. He's up here with 2 on and 1 out. That one looked good. It's in there for a strike. 0-1 on Jordy Lopez, who splits his time between center field and the pitching mound we've seen recently. Couple of appearances on the mound, including a start and a win. That's high for a ball. 1-1 with Quincy Malbrough to follow. Fouls that one back to the screen. A little bit high. I think Jordy thought he could do something with that one. Fastball pretty consistently 87 for Miranda. As a 1-ball, 2-strike count now. Fought that one off, and he'll go 1-2 again. That one high and inside. I don't think Jordy leaving anything to chance here. Out of Elk Grove, California. That one misses outside and low. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Johnson, Chabry, Boardman, and Areola in the infield. Vandenbrink behind the plate. Harrington, Casas, and Howard in the outfield for the Humboldt Crabs. And Evan Miranda is on the mound. 2-2 pitches popped up, and the third baseman is calling for it. It's an infield fly rule. If it's fair, and Everett Johnson makes the catch for the out. It looked like that shortstop Chabry wanted to do the pickoff play, and he was darting in behind the runner at second, McNeilis, when the pitch was delivered. But fortunately, the ball didn't go his way, and here's Quincy Malbrough. Infield single and a ground ball to shortstop for Quincy tonight. Potters have left a couple of runners on base. 5 so far through 3 innings. And Quincy up here with first and second and 2 outs. Potters do have some activity in their bullpen. And Quincy takes it high, takes it inside. 1-0. Kind of left McNeilis alone on that one. And now Boardman's going to come in and kind of keep contact with Chaz. He's going. The throw to third base is not in time, and he's safe. Yeah, they get him a little too much rope there. And McNeilis goes to third. Good throw by Vandenbrink, though. He made it close. And after that jump, it shouldn't have been. Staying at first base was Pedersen. And now the go-ahead run 90 feet away for Quincy Malbrough. Swings and misses at that one. Fouled it into the catcher's glove. 2 balls and 1 strike now. Umpire makes that very clear to everybody, which is what one thing an umpire should do. Well, again, the tacos keep pumping out from Sabores to Mexico. It's crazy. Ball 3. And again, you're losing money if you don't buy them. Although you could, call it a zag a little bit and get yourself a fat cat dog out there. Those are always sweet. 3-1. Hit out of here foul, so it's 3-2. I want you to get one of those so you can do your ketchup mustard thing again where you intertwine them. I really like that look. We'll take a picture of that, put it out. I mean, that's just very classy. It's a very understated but yet very effective way to decorate a hot dog. Full count, so Pedersen will be going from first. And it is ball 4. No, it's called strike 3. Malbrough did not agree. And he is rung up for the first strikeout for Miranda. Potters don't score in the 4th. We go to the 5th. We're all tied at 1.
Fans want to keep restoring and renovating historic McBean Stadium? Now you can become a member of Friends of McBean. Annual membership start at $50. Become a member now at friendsofmcbean.org.
When it comes to your home's maintenance and repairs, Jeffers Resource Group has you covered. Our handyman services offer a comprehensive range of expertise, from minor carpentry to drywall, electrical and flooring for property managers, landlords, and renters alike. We ensure that every job is completed to the highest standards, so you can have peace of mind. Contact us today to discover how Jeffers Resource Group can help keep your home in top shape.
Top of the 5th inning, Potters 1, Crabs 1. Everett Johnson, the former Potter, will be the hitter. He is the first batter in the 5th inning, so it's Farmer's 5th. If he makes an out, it's half off of Farmer's Brewing Company products as Santiago continues on the mound for the Potters. Everett grounded out back to the pitcher his first time up, actually, down the first base line, and Justin made the tag himself. That is outside. Deidre Bland is in here, parents' mom, the first lady of Meridian, Mississippi, and it's kind of a mixed bag. It's great to have her here, but then I don't want to stop talking to her to turn around to the game. So, I mean, priorities. You got to do priorities. Breaking ball, did it catch the inside corner? No, I guess it did not. 2-1. Santiago, 4 innings pitched, 2 hits. He's hit 1. He struck out 7. Swing and a miss. Make that struck out 6. Two and 2 now on Everett Johnson out of UC Davis. Tough when it's a Potters legend who's batting against the Potters. Check swing, I don't think he went. We have 900 umpires, and so one of them's going to know. And the first base umpire says, nope, did not go. Three balls and 2 strikes. Getting started here in the top of the 5th. Sun no longer an issue. That's outside. So you'd say, well, wait a minute. That means the Farmer's 5th inning, you don't get the half price. But if Everett Johnson is forced at second base, if he's involved in a double play, if he tries to steal and is thrown out, he is still available to be the Farmer's first batter, and he still would be out. Tyler Howard, who has himself an RBI single in this game, and he's the dueling dogs batter. So there's just so much going on, I can't explain it anymore. Last time, he singled into center field. Breaking ball, swung on and missed, 0-1. Tyler, I think making his first appearance since I couldn't find him on the stats or on the roster or on the website. Well, other than that, he's right there. Oh and 1. That's in the dirt. Nice block by Pedersen. Oh, the dogs are going crazy. Who let the dogs out, Willie? It was Willie. He's trying to get half price on dueling dogs for a bunch of fans who've already, they're so satiated from $2 tacos, I don't know if they can make it down the Brick and Barrel Backyard Bar and Grill. Everett Johnson leads at first. He goes outside, throw to second base, and he is safe at second base. As the ball comes loose, he still would have been out, so that still would have counted for Farmers, but unfortunately Potters couldn't tag him out, and he is in there with the steal. Puts himself in scoring position with nobody out here in the 5th. Two and 1 now to Tyler Howard. Swings and misses at that slider. 2-2. Wearing number 17 for the Crabs, who were 12-0 in the preseason. Now the kids are barking too. Everybody's barking at the poor guy. That's in the dirt, gets away. Johnson going to third. They have a chance at him. No, it's on him. He is safe. Just on the wrong side of the bag. The wild pitch enables Everett Johnson with some very alert base running to get to third base. And a full count now on Tyler Howard. We're going to get a timeout called here. Johnson conferring with his coach down at third. 3 balls, 2 strikes on Tyler Howard. Alex Harrington, the left fielder, on deck. That's outside, gets away, and here comes the runner from third. Johnson, he will be safe. So Howard walks, and a wild pitch allows Johnson to score. So Johnson walks, stole second, wild pitch to third, wild pitch home. And the Crabs have grabbed a 2-1 lead, and Howard at first base with nobody out here in the 5th. Here's Alex Harrington. Infielder headed for Stanford University. Grounded to short his first time up. Here's Nate Kajowski coming out. And he is talking to Justin Santiago, who's had a little bout of the wildness here in the inning. Lost Johnson to the walk, and then Johnson steals second. Going to take this opportunity to look and see what's in the bag. That Deirdre Bland bought us. Oh, there's a foam finger from Meridian. Meridian Blues, Willie. Look at that. The Meridian Blues, my friend. Yeah. Oh, look at this. Oh, my gosh. Oh, man. Hats and shirts and stuff. Man, no wonder Meridian's my favorite city. I will be their correspondent on the West Coast. Shows bunt, pulls it back, it's a ball. Harrington hitting .438 on the summer with 7 runs batted in. Umpire checking to see if the batter actually bunted at the ball. I didn't think he did. And the umpire also saying, listen, you guys, can you back up a little bit over there? A bunch of crabs wandering around, scuttling around, I believe would be the proper verb for crabs. Shows bunt again, that one all the way back to the backstop. And going to second base is Howard. So third wild pitch of the inning has allowed Howard to go to second base. A 2-0 count now on Alex Harrington with Jaden Shabry to follow. Crabs on top 2-1. Still no hits in the inning. Shows bunt, bunts at that one, misses it, 2-1. So that's a situation where you watch it, and as an old guy, you go, don't try to bunt and run, just bunt the ball. You know, right, E? I mean, you're an old soul, you know what I mean? You're sacrificing yourself, just bunt the ball. You know, that's me. That's me. Either way it goes, you should be all right. Pulled it back, and that's a strike. That's a beautiful pitch right there. So now Harrington, 2 balls and 2 strikes. I can't fault Harrington too much on that one. That one just bent in. It would look like it was going right at him. Throw back to second base, and they're going to call a balk, I think. Yes, they are. And Eli Garcia is going to go out and ask, what? Qu'est-ce que c'est? Qu'est-ce que c'est le balk? It was kind of awkward. You don't usually see pitchers do that throw back to second base where they spin completely around to the left like that. And Eli's going to go out and get an answer, but I don't think it's going to be one that's going to satisfy him. Unfortunately for the Potters, it's going to move Howard all the way to third base. And Harrington with a 2-ball, 2-strike count. Potters moving in the infield. Runs are at a premium in this one, so they're going to move in. Bring in Bland. They're going to bring in Brennan at short. Misses with the fastball. That'll go full on Alex Harrington. Breaking ball, catches the inside corner. He rings him up. Big call right there. Strikeout number 7 for Justin Santiago. And it'll bring up Jaden Shabry. Grounded back to the pitcher his first time up. Still down at third is Howard. And the Crabs still have the 2-1 lead here in the 5th. Swing and a miss by Shabry. 0-1. Very nice T-shirts. Just the city, Meridian, and Meridian Skyline. Did it catch it? No, it did not. 1-1. Deirdre Bland just bringing the goodies on Will. Oh, that is cool. Meridian Blues. That might be the greatest shirt of all time right there. Swing and a miss. 1-2. Colton Boardman on deck. Infield still in for the Potters with just one out here. A 1-ball, 2-strike count on Jaden Chabry. Lines it foul. Out of play down the right side. Down where the parking lot Potters used to hang out. One ball and 2 strikes. Santiago. Line drive into right field. That'll be a base hit. Perfectly placed. Went outside with the slider, and Chabry delivers the run. First hit of the inning, second run of the inning. Howard scores. It is 3-1, and it'll bring up Colton Boardman. Out of Cal State Northridge, left-handed hitting second baseman has struck out and been hit by a pitch. Potters have people warmed up in the pen. Dawson Raddick looks like would be the choice to come in here and follow Justin Santiago, who wants to get out of this 5th inning. First pitch is a strike on the inside corner to Boardman. Jason Arriola on deck. So 1 hit, 2 walks, and 3 wild pitches on the inning. I'll throw over to first base, and that's blocked over there by Brady Dobson. That could have been trouble. And a little hitch in the giddy up there for Jaden Chabry getting back. He might have got hit with the ball. Looks like he'll be okay. And we're all happy to see that. Out of Delta College, Jaden Chabry. Oh and 1. Fastball misses down low, 1-1. Still at 91 for Santiago. Just had a little trouble this inning finding his spots, finding the location. And credit to Chabry for an excellent two-strike hit there. Misses the outside with the off-speed pitch. 2-1. Everett Johnson walked, stole the base, got a couple wild pitches he scored. Then Howard walked, got himself in scoring position at third base on a wild pitch and a balk, and he was scored on the single by Chabry. That's a line down the left field line, and that is a foul ball. Would have been trouble, was fouled by a couple of feet down that left field line. As you can see by Evan's excellent camera work, nobody working in the bullpen for the Humboldt Crabs. They have Miranda, their second pitcher, on the hill as of the bottom of the 4th inning. Dorsch went 3 1/3 innings, gave up 6 hits and 1 run, struck out 5. 2-2 coming up. Popped up, out of play. In that very popular zone there, over by, right by Sabores de Mexico. But I think that everybody is sitting around, they've all got taco coma. They're all like unbuttoning the top button of their pants and just like saying there, oh man. It's Thanksgiving and then Taco Tuesday are the 2 days of the year you can do that. Fastball misses high. 3-2. Chabry probably taking off. He is. Pitch is swung and a miss. The throw to second base is in plenty of time. It's a strike him out, throw him out, and the inning is over. But the Crabs put 2 on the board. We go to the bottom of the 5th. They lead it 3-1.
Hey, Potters fans, want to keep restoring and renovating historic McBean Stadium? Now you can become a member of Friends of McBean. Annual membership start at $50. Become a member now at friendsofmcbean.org.
When it comes to your home's maintenance and repairs, Jeffers Resource Group has you covered. Our handyman services offer a comprehensive range of expertise, from minor carpentry to drywall, electrical and flooring for property managers, landlords, and renters alike. We ensure that every job is completed to the highest standards, so you can have peace of mind. Contact us today to discover how Jeffers Resource Group can help keep your home in top shape.
You are laborers rising, and now you understand.
Bottom of inning number 5. Our thanks to Deirdre Bland for all the goodies she dropped off, courtesy of Meridian, Mississippi. Meridian Blues, they must be a team of some sort, and we got to look that up. Fouled off by Cash Brennan because they got some sweet merchandise. And we are now got a foam finger here, got a koozie here, Will, if you need that. Got the foam finger working. It's going to find its way onto our shelf, I think, over here somehow, our memorabilia shelf. Brennan fouls that one off. Miranda came on in the 4th inning to relieve Dorsch and got a last 2 outs and a pop out and a strikeout. Brennan is 1 for 2 so far. Swings and misses. And Miranda gets the strikeout, second in a row for Evan. And with 1 out in the 5th, it'll be Aiden Diome's turn. A walk and a fielder's choice for Aiden tonight.
Now batting for the Pirates, our third baseman, Arizona's Aiden Dion.
That one looked pretty good, and it's in there for a strike. That one also in there for a strike. So 2 quick strikes from Miranda. His velocity was a little bit down, but his location was perfect. And he's ahead 0-2. Check swing, did he go? Yes, he did. So Miranda strikes out 3 in a row over 2 innings. And it'll be up to Perrin Bland, who has a couple of singles tonight and an RBI. He drove in the Potters' run back in the 1st. Potters have had runners on in all innings. Left 2 on the bases last inning, 2 the inning before, and 1 in the 2nd. Bland checks the swing. It's a ball, 1-0. That one up to 88 for Miranda. That one is in there for a strike. Took something off that one down to 78. Found the strike zone with it. 1-1 now on P. Bland. 2 outs already here in the 5th. Swings and misses at a breaking ball. So Miranda has the Potters hitters baffled here. Meridian Blues are in the Mid-American League, huh? Interesting. Swing and a miss. Miranda with a perfect inning. 3 straight strikeouts. We'll go to the 6th. Potters trail 3-1.
Hey, baseball fans, you may have noticed our scoreboard goes goes out from time to time. You can help us get a new one. Give $20 and get a chance at winning 2 tickets to some of the region's biggest events, like the Outlaw Festival with Willie Nelson, Bob Dylan, and John Mellencamp, a Sacramento Kings game, or Ringling Brothers Circus. All proceeds benefit the Big Swing Capital Campaign. You can buy now at friendsofmcbean.org.
Hey everyone, this is Alex with the Downtown Lincoln Association. We're super excited to kick off Lincoln Loves Local, a new campaign designed to spotlight amazing businesses that make Lincoln so unique. We partnered with Dalila from UN Social Agency to create short, high-quality videos that help boost your visibility and reach right here in the Lincoln community. Each video will be shared on DLA's social media and newsletter, making it easy for locals to discover and support your business. So let's celebrate what makes Lincoln special together.
Lincoln provides all the charm of a small town, yet still provides access to excellent local medical care. At Lincoln Urgent Care, you can find expert services and a compassionate staff available 7 days a week. A friendly front desk staff will welcome you when you come into our brand new facility. Your wait time will be minimal at our walk-in clinic, unlike the emergency room. From broken bones and lacerations to allergies, flu shots, and illnesses, we treat a variety of urgent medical conditions. What sets us apart is not just our central location in Lincoln, but the convenience of our extended hours, including weekends. We've become Lincoln's first choice for urgent care because we treat patients of all ages for a variety of conditions and take most insurances. We're proud to be an approved provider for veterans and welcome in our military patients.
From our family to yours, we're here when you need us.
Top of inning number 6, new pitcher for the Potters is the left-hander out of Utah, Gavin McClendon. He'll take over from Justin Santiago. 5 innings for Justin, 3 hits, 3 runs, 3 walks, and 8 strikeouts. Here's Jason Arriola to start us off. So Deirdre Bland brought us some memorabilia from the Meridian Blues, who are playing in the Midwest League. It's like a summer league like this. The Beaumont, Texas Oil Barons are in that league. That's fouled off. Also, Bryan, Texas Yard Dogs, the Fort Scott Dragoons, Meridian Blues, Nacogdoches Niners, whatever, and the Piney Woods Timber Hogs. Wow. Timber Hogs take on the Yard Dogs, Evan. I want to be there. I want to be there. You imagine their dog batter? I mean, it's going to be a timber hog? What is a timber hog? Like a steroided beaver? What is it? Maybe it's a made-up mythical creature. I like it. But when they take on the Yard Dogs, Willie, timber hogs against the Yard Dogs, that's a matchup. There's a strike. I don't know where he's going, but that was a strike. Oh man, that's wicked. So it's like a wild boar with a bat in his mouth, and it is a contender for Logo of the Year. I think you have to agree, as Ariola's down on strikes. Excuse me, that's ball 4. I thought it was strike 3, the way he was walking. So he does get the base on balls. Okay, but that's now what did I do? So that's a hole. That's Abilene flying bison, and that's a buffalo with an air flight suit on. The Marshalls, that's a good-looking Marshall. Joplin Outlaws. God, these names are great. That I love. The Sherman Shadow Cats. And the Texarkana Rhinos, which would be good if it wasn't for the rest of them are so good. Vandenbrink at the plate, runner at first base. Fouls it off. Ryan has struck out twice, both of those against Santiago. So there are many, many, many other kinds of. Everybody doesn't have to be the Cougars, the Eagles, and the Falcons. You can be the Timber Hogs, the Shadow Cats. Oh, man. They're like Saturday morning cartoons. The Shadow Cats was a good show. 0-2. Fouled down the third baseline. Watch out down there, Crabs. I think everybody's okay. So Deirdre Bland, mother of P. Bland, really delivering the goods. And she even brought some goodies for Stones. And I have to save them. I can't give them away. Nice looking pitch. Call strike. And Vanderbrink is out. He did not care for the pitch. Ninth strikeout for Potter's pitchers. Areola is still down at first base, and that'll bring up Adam Hinyard, who has singled and hit a line drive to right that Quincy Malbrough made a fantastic catch on way back in the fourth inning. So Adam is 1 for 2. Could be 2 for 2, but it didn't work that way. Let's see if Areola thinks about taking off. He has a decent lead at first. Does not go, and the slider is inside. 1-0. Aces with 1 in the second and then 2 in the fifth. And they lead it 3-1 here. That one is a strike on the outside corner. 1-1, and Adam takes a moment to compose himself. He is from Sacramento State, and Jordan Georgeson said he's out of Bakersfield, California. So he's used to some heat. Swings and misses at an off-speed pitch from Gavin McClendon. Gavin out of Rockland, California, and the University of Utah. Big left-hander on in relief of Justin Santiago, who pitched well. He just had a little touch in the fifth inning. A couple of wild pitches really hurt him. Popped up shortstop. That's Brennan. It eventually has to come down. That's gravity. 2 outs here. Areola stays over at first base, and Damian Cassis is the hitter. Couple strikeouts for Cassis as well. He's out of Cal State Fullerton. The center fielder for the Crabs tonight. Playing their 13th game of the summer. They are 12-0. Potters are 15-0. Something's got to give tonight, and right now it's the Potters because they trail at 3-1. McClendon to the plate, misses outside, 1-0. Left-hand hitting Cassis. Everett Johnson, the former Potter, on deck. It chopped down the first base line, but it would be a foul ball. Takes that quick bounce to the right. And we'll go back and do it 1 ball and 1 strike. So a Taco Tuesday leads its way to a Wine and Wiener Wednesday. And again, I want to reiterate that other item about tomorrow. 2 canned food donations get you free journal admission. So if you're in the sound of my voice and in the sound of McBean Stadium, come on out with a couple of canned food donations to see yourself a ball game, a real good ball game for nothing. Plus, hot dogs $2 off. Or $2 hot dogs, not $2 off. And again, did you try last week the bacon wrapped hot dog? Yeah, you're gonna have to do it for the show. Yeah, that's a good man. That's team player right there. I don't think you were here last Wednesday, were you? It's lifted at short right field. It'll drop for a base hit in front of Marlborough. Quincy comes in and gets it, returns it to the infield. But it's a nice piece of hitting right there by Cassis, who just reached out and rolled over on that one. Gets the hit. 4th hit tonight for the Crabs. Moving to second, Areola. So first and second, 2 outs, and here is Everett Johnson, who has grounded out to the pitcher and walked. He scored the first run in the 5th inning, the 2nd run of the night for the Crabs, with a stolen base and a couple of wild pitches. So it was a very eventful journey around the bases for the former Potter. Slices that one over his former teammates in the first base dugout. P. Bland at second base is playing right by second base and trying to keep Areola close over there. Swing and a foul in the catcher's glove right there. The umpire gives the obligatory make it rain sign. 0-2. Johnson swings and misses. He got him on strikes. So a good inning for McClendon. Now the Potters will move it to the bottom of inning number 6, and they still trail it 3-1.
This organization can't do what it does and can't run the way it runs without the help of so many members volunteering their time.
The success of the Placer County Association of Realtors is largely dependent on our active volunteer members to help our organization and industry. The work of our committees greatly impacts our ability to champion efforts across the board and giving back to the Placer County community wherever we can.
Like all service organizations, I wanted to serve. And getting involved with the affiliate committee was the perfect way to do that.
I love being able to serve my community with my business friends and other leaders and give back to those who are in need.
The thing I love about the PCAR committees is they all work toward the same goal of bringing the community together to support those in need in our surrounding area.
I instantly came to the meeting and had a wonderful time, felt like I was a part of something bigger, and it was just the start of my leadership journey.
Gooseport Public House. We have sports on 10 big screen TVs, 23 beer taps with classics and crafts, a full bar with creative craft mixed drinks, live music, and most importantly, great fresh food. In downtown Roseville off Vernon Street, only 15 minutes from the ballpark. See ya at Gooseport.
We are in the bottom of inning number 6. Potters trail at 3-1. McBean Stadium here in Lincoln. I'm Mark the Phantom Low. That is E or Evan, whichever you prefer to call him. Doing a fantastic job as always. And here is Brady Dobson against Evan Miranda, who has also done a fantastic job if you're a Crabs fan. He came on in the 4th inning, got a pop-up at a strikeout, and then struck out all 3 batters in the 5th. So that's a pretty fantastic job. And here's Dobson, ball 1. Brady swings and misses. Fouls it into the catcher's glove so the umpire can make the sign again. Dobson followed by Ryan Jackson, then Chaz McNeilis here in the 6th. Potters down 3-1. That's slice foul down the left field line, which we've said a million times already tonight. It's 1-2 on Brady. First of a 3-game set to kick off PEL play for the Potters and the Crabs. Brady takes high and outside. Potters will have 3 here, then they'll have a day off. Then the Marysville Giants will visit for 2 in their inaugural visit as a member of the PEL. Last count, they were being beaten in their first game by the Mudcats. Dobson fouls it off again. Miranda right at 89. He's between 87 and 89 with the fastball. So we'll do it again at 2-2 on Brady Dobson. Fouls it off again. Again, my guy E over here, that was relatively close to the camera. And I think it's Brady every time, too. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but it seems like it is. Him and Dion, that's right. That's high, ball 3. So Dobson works it to a 3-ball, 2-strike count leading off the 6th here. No activity in the pen for the Crabs. Looks like Potters are getting somebody up, stretching at least. Hit high and deep to right field. Going back is Howard, and it is gone. Brady Dobson makes it a 1-run lead. First home run of the season by the left-hand hitting first baseman. And it's something the Padres needed. They needed a jolt on a guy who had struck out 4 guys in a row. And Brady hits it out of there. 110 off the bat, 330 in the air. Hits that netting out there. But that is a big one for the Padres. Their 7th hit of the night. They now trail it just 3-2. And here's Ryan Jackson. So Miranda had to pop out 4 straight strikeouts. And Dobson, to his credit, took a 1-2 count, worked it all the way to 3-2. He got a pitch he could turn on, and that's exactly what he did. 110 miles an hour off the bat. Jackson takes a strike. Ryan is singled and struck out. He had a word with the umpire. He said, the TrackMan in my brain said that was outside. Well, that doesn't count. Jackson swings and misses at that one. 0-2. So 3-2 now here in the 6th. Jackson takes that one too high. Miranda finally hits 90, but you'll see most times that people or pitchers will get their highest velocity on pitches that sail up in the air, sail high in the strike zone. That one misses outside, 2-2. So the Dobson home run, getting the fans going, getting the organist going. The in-house organist is belting out some tunes now. Lifted out to second base and handled by Boardman. Thought it had a better trajectory when it left the bat, but it went right to Colton Boardman at second base for the first out. And it'll bring up Jazz McNeilis, who has singled and walked so far tonight. Out of UNLV, a native of Las Vegas, Nevada. Swings and misses. 0-1. Johnson in at third base in case of a bunt for a base hit by McNeilis. Swings and misses at that one. 0-2 quickly here on Chaz. He's followed by Kyle Pedersen, the catcher. Fouls that one back to the screen, stays alive, 0-2. That one missed your camera by a lot, E, so don't worry about that one, okay? You know, you're very on edge tonight. That one early on really got to you. Check swing. I mean, I gave you the Meridian T-shirt, you know, to settle your nerves a little bit. You're going to wear that proudly, right? Oh, yeah, the city. Although I wouldn't want one of those Timberhawk shirts. Would be swinging a foul. That logo had an attitude. That guy had an attitude. He was chomping on that bat. I'm not sure what a dragoon is. I think it's something to do with I don't know. It's a nice name, though. Swing and a miss. Miranda gets another strikeout. His 5th in 2 innings of work, and here's Kyle Pedersen. Kyle has struck out and walked so far tonight, so 0-for-1 out of Roseville, California. Wants to start something right now so that Jordy Lopez gets to the plate here in the 6th. Turns the order over. Kyle swings and misses as Miranda takes a lot off of that one. About 15 miles an hour. Gets the swing and miss. Pedersen takes outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Swings and misses high fastball, 88. 1-2. Fouls that one back to the screen. So Miranda throwing strikes here. Gets ahead in the count 1-2. That is called strike 3. So Miranda gives up the home run, but nothing else. We go to the 7th inning, and it is the Crabs 3, the Potters 2.
Hey, Potters fans, want to keep restoring and renovating historic McBean Stadium? Now you can become a member of Friends of McBean. Annual membership start at $50. Become a member now at friendsofmcbean.org.
When it comes to your home's maintenance and repairs, Jeffers Resource Group has you covered. Our handyman services offer a comprehensive range of expertise, from minor carpentry to drywall, electrical and flooring for property managers, landlords, and renters alike. We ensure that every job is completed to the highest standards, so you can have peace of mind. Contact us today to discover how Jeffers Resource Group can help keep your home in top shape.
We are moving on to the top of the 7th inning. Mark the Phantom Low along with the Big E. It is a 3-2 Crabs lead. Gavin McClendon still on the mound for the Potters. He relieved Justin Santiago in the 6th. Gave up a walk and a single, struck out 2, no runs. And he will face Tyler Howard, then Alex Harrington, and Jaden Shabry. Howard has a single, an RBI single, and a walk, so he is 1 for 1. He has scored a run. He is the Dueling Dogs batter of the night, so far he has not cooperated. And he'll take a strike right there. So we're 1/3 of the way there. 0-1 now on Tyler. Chopper out towards short. Brennan's going to have to hurry. Throws across his body to first base. Nice stretch by Dobson. And Howard is retired, so no strikeout, but an out nonetheless, and that's big in this one-run game. And here's Alex Harrington, who has grounded to shortstop and struck out. Harrington wearing number 39 and headed for Stanford University. Swing and a miss by Harrington. 0-1. He'll ask for a time. Willie hasn't announced him yet, so he doesn't feel like he's really up. No balls, 1 strike. Beer sales ending after the 7th inning, so we have some intrepid fans who know their way around, getting their last call going down at the Brick and Barrel Bar and Grill, or good place to get a beer bar. Lifted out toward right field. Malbrough goes toward the line, makes the catch for the second out. And Jaden Shabry, the shortstop, will be our hitter. Grounded to the pitcher and an RBI single for Jaden. His RBI single, the difference in this game. He's out of a Delta College, is Jaden. Settles in with 2 outs and nobody on here in the 7th. Potters have some activity. Looks like the Crabs, well, they've been milling around. I don't see anybody up and throwing. Miranda has been pretty darn good. Fastball outside. Gave up the home run to Dobson, yeah, but he struck out at 6 batters. Swing and a miss on a ball inside and low. 1 ball and 1 strike. Catching the outside corner with that one, 1-2. Clinton right at 79 had something off of that one, but location was perfect. And he's ahead in the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Fouled off. Up against the screen on the first base side. Colton Bortman, the top of the order, would follow for the Crabs, who lead this one 3-2. First of 3. Reaches out and pokes it down the right field line. It is a fair ball. Picked up in the right field, gun to second base, but it won't be in time. And now it gets over the head at second base, but it's backed up by our left fielder, Ryan Jackson. So a double down the line by Chabry. Just reached out and drilled it down the line. It looked like it was going to slice foul. It did not. He is in scoring position with the 5th hit for the Crabs tonight, and that'll bring up Colton Boardman, who was struck out twice and been hit by a pitch. Left-handed hitting second baseman, hitting 377 coming in here, or 379 coming in here with a half a dozen RBI. He's got a guy out at second base, a big run for both squads here. Takes high. 86 from McClendon, 1 ball and no strikes. A couple of times tonight the Crabs have really taken the ball where it's been pitched. Chabry's done it twice now and just put it right out there. 1 hop to shortstop. Brennan has it and gets him at first base. Good job by McClendon. 1 hit, no runs. Potters fans going to stretch a little bit, but a little bit worried. They're down 3-2.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Placer County's best-kept secret is back for another exciting summer at historic McBean Stadiums. Loaded with fun for the whole family, local beer, wine, and eats. Fireworks, giveaways, theme nights, kids zone, and more. Come join in the fun and enjoy small-town baseball with Major League Entertainment. Tickets on sale now at LincolnPotters.com.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Jordy Lopez leading off the bottom of the 7th inning against Evan Miranda. And already hits it right back up the middle into center field for a base hit. That is hit number 8 for the Potters, only the second off Miranda. And it will bring up Quincy Malbrough. Our buddy Tony Santiago checks in from Laverne, if it's the same Tony Santiago, says, hey, I'm from Youngstown, Ohio. Youngstown State is the Penguins, and they play in the Ice Palace. That's pretty cool. I mean, pun intended, I guess. But we thank Tony for checking in. I always want to get that perspective from all around the country. I don't know if it's better than the Timber Hogs. Here's Quincy. Takes it high for a ball. One ball and no strikes. The 50-50 winner wanted to redeem her tickets with me, I would be willing to split the money with her if she would like. That is the kind of person I am. That's high again, 2-0. Lopez usually is a threat to steal. I don't know if the Potters want to take a chance here. 1 run down in the 7th. Malbro has singled and scored in the 1st, and he grounded to short and struck out in 3rd and 4th. So we'll see. Lopez not a big lead. Vandenbrink has shown he's got a pretty good arm as Malbro fouls that one back to the screen. Dorsch went the first 3 in the 3rd, gave up 6 hits and a run, walked 2, struck out 5. Miranda came on, got the last 2 outs in the 4th, and then went through the 5th and the 6th with 7 strikeouts. Gave up the single to Lopez to start off the 7th, and Malbro takes high, 3-1. And the Crabs get something going down in their pen. Three balls, 1 strike on Quincy. Cash Brennan, the newcomer, on deck. Foul ball off the mask and went all the way over the screen and over the tarp and everything. And the kids make a beeline for that one. Out there somewhere in the night. So a full count. It'll be interesting to see if Lopez takes off there at first base. Quincy hitting over 500 coming in. He's 1 for 3 today. Fouls it off, and the runner was not going. So we'll do it again, 3-2. Quincy Malbro from Loomis, California. Attends Purdue University, which is a cool place. The Boilermakers, which is another good name. Boilermakers could play the Penguins. Purdue takes on Youngstown State. It could happen. Swings and misses a high fastball. Now they're dropped at the plate, though, so Quincy gets a reprieve. That one just pops out of the glove of the catcher, Vandenbrink. And Quincy's, I think his blood pressure was about as high as yours when Cameron almost got hit with the foul ball. Maybe not quite that high. That was dangerous. I wanted to get an EKG. We'll do it again, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Lifted down the right field line. Howard will give chase into the bullpen. He stumbles, and it's out of play anyway. Hopefully he didn't look too worse for wear down there. It's tough to go through that bullpen area down there, down the right field line, and Tyler was playing about, straight away right field, so he had a long way to go. And at the end of his journey, there's a mound. Well, he's okay. He'll go back to the right field spot. Looks like Tyler Vargas is loosening up for the Potters down in the pen. That is in there, call strike 3. Big pitch right there by Miranda. That's his 7th strikeout since coming on in the 4th. And here is Cash Brennan, who was struck out, singled, and struck out. Out of Rockland, California, headed to the University of Arizona, making the Potters' debut tonight. He could make it a memorable one right here. Takes the strike. Brennan right there around 87 to 89 since he's entered the game. Brennan swings and misses. 0-2, Aiden Diome on deck. Lopez opened the inning with a single. Malbro took the call, 3rd strike for the first out, and now Brennan behind the count, 0-2. Fouls that one back. Stays alive. Younger brother of Peyton Brennan, Potters legend, went on to star at UCLA. Cash headed to Arizona. Over to first base, and Jordy hasn't been venturing too far off first base since he got there a couple of minutes ago, so not a problem there. Brennan takes call strike 3. Looked a little bit high there, but he gets the call. 8th strikeout from Miranda, and here is Aiden Diome. Jeff Giacomini is the manager of the Crabs, and just a note for tomorrow's show at 6:10, about 20 minutes before the ball game. Jeff's going to come on up, and we'll chat with him and get his take on things in the PEL this season, and probably a little bit about tonight's game, but mostly about Humboldt, and it's his first year as the skipper up there. So that'll be tomorrow before the game. Diome takes a strike. Probably not having a very good time with the calls behind the plate here in the 7th inning. And Aiden is down 0-1. Lopez still at first. Jordy might try to get a little bit of a lead over there. Take off. Diome lines it to right field for a base hit. Jordy round second. He is going to stop right there. The ball quickly in from Howard and had to smother it down at third base. So a couple of hits in the inning, sandwiched around a couple of strikeouts. The Potters now have 9 hits, and it's up to Perrin Bland. P got a couple of singles his first 2 times up, then struck out back in the 5th when Miranda struck out everybody. And going out to talk to him is Vandenbrink. Third hit given up by Miranda since he came on in the 4th. And P. Bland, the right-handed hitter. Left-hander seemed to be having. Dobson had the home run. Lopez had a single. Diome had a single. But Bland hits from the right side before Dobson comes back up next. So see if P can keep it going here. He has 2 home runs. He's driven in 17 runs with 1 tonight. That's high. 1-0. Boardman trying to cheat in from second to keep the runner close. That's Lopez. But he's also has to get back out to his position. Bland takes high again. 2-0. Looks like a left-hander in the pen down there. Now maybe if Bland should reach and we got Dobson coming up, we might see a lefty-on-lefty matchup here, but that's still a little bit in the future. 2-0 now on P. Pops it up out of play. Got one he wanted. Came in at 84. And he'll think about that one as he readjusts the batting gloves. Mom Deirdre looking on after dropping off mountains and mountains of good merch from Meridian on us, including a foam finger, which you got to love the foam fingers. Bland pops it up. Second baseman Boardman's going to call for it. And he'll make the catch for the out. So Miranda gets out of the jam. We'll go to the 8th. Potters still trailing this one 3-2.
American River College is a top-tier community college sports program that provides student athletes with the opportunity to thrive both athletically and academically. ARC Athletics is currently ranked 5th in the state and 2nd in Northern California. With over 19 sports programs, our athletes compete with the region's best athletes. Our diverse and dedicated coaching staff helps athletes develop the skills necessary to compete at the next level. Start your community college athletics journey with us. American River College, Sacramento's best athletic program. Go Beavers.
Friends want to keep restoring and renovating historic McBean Stadium? Now you can become a member of Friends of McBean. Annual membership start at $50. Become a member now at friendsofmcbean.org.
Top of inning number 8, the new pitcher for the Potters is Tyler Vargas out of Wagner College and Rancho Cordova, California. Wagner College, the Seahawks. He'll face Jason Areola, then Ryan Vandenbrink, and Adam Enyart. Gavin McClendon, 2 innings, 2 hits, no runs. He walked 1, struck out 2. Jason has grounded out, struck out, and walked. Vargas misses the outside corner. 1 ball and no strikes. Jason was .400 coming in with 10 runs batted in. Swings and misses at that one. 1-1. Same 2 teams tomorrow night, 6:35. Join us on the feed here, Lincoln Potters Baseball or Stones Broadcast Networks. Go ahead and subscribe. Never miss a game. It's going to be a great summer. It's going to be a great PEL race. You can see it tonight. 2 of the top teams coming in. 3-2 here in the top of the 8th inning. Potters have left 9 runners on in the first 7. Outside for Vargas. Crabs only have 5 hits, but they've managed 3 runs. The Potters have walked 4 batters, but a couple of wild pitches from Santiago in the 5th helped the Crabs score the 2 runs that put them ahead 3-1. Dobson's home run made it 3-2, and that's where we stand. That is call strike 3. Another one of these games where there's a lot of called third strikes and a lot of grimaces and, rolling the eyes. Oh, man. Here's Ryan Vandenbrink. Struck out 3 times, 0 for 3, playing just his 3rd game of the summer out of Oregon State University. First time against Tyler Vargas, and he takes a strike. I think I'll just watch the game on your pictures, Evan. It's pretty nice. I won't watch the real game. I'll watch it. You smoothed it out for me. Fouled off right there. Check with the catcher. 0-2 quickly on Ryan. Tyler Vargas has been very impressive in his appearances so far for the Potters. Kid out of Rancho Cordova. Here, Cordova's the Lancers. That's always been, I really like Lancers. Hit high in the air to left field. Probably foul. No, definitely foul. We'll put it there. Deep into the Lincoln night. Stays at 0-2 here in the top of the 8th. That's a nice looking pitch, and it's a called strike 3. So Vargas gets a couple of called third strikes, and with 2 outs, it'll bring up Adam Enyart, who singled, flied to right, and popped to short. See, the Penguins are cool at Youngstown, but there's, they are Penguins. You got your Pittsburgh Penguins, you got your other Penguins. So I see what Tony's saying, but you got Timberhogs. I don't think you need to say more, really. Check swing on the inside corner for a strike. Dragoons. I think you just take 2 weird animals and just shove them together. Or just put anything on the front of hogs. Chopper down the third baseline. That's a fair ball. Long throw by Dion. He did it perfectly. Great inning for Vargas. Now the Potters got to turn to the bats. They go to the bottom of the 8th inning, trailing by 1 at 3-2.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Placer County's best-kept secret is back for another exciting summer at historic McBean Stadiums, loaded with fun for the whole family, local beer, wine, and eats, fireworks, giveaways, theme nights, kids zone, and more. Come join in the fun and enjoy small-town baseball with Major League Entertainment. Tickets on sale now at LincolnPotters.com.
Ed Miranda came on with one out in the fourth inning, and he has been out there ever since. As we go to the bottom of the eighth, he'll face Brady Dobson, who solved him for a home run back in the sixth inning. The only run he's given up. Brady takes high for a ball. Potters have 3 hits off Evan. 2 of those were in the seventh inning by Lopez and Diome. And here's Dobson, who struck out, grounded out, and homered. He fouls that one back to the screen. He's followed by Ryan Jackson and Chaz McNeilis here in the eighth. Left-hander still warming up, or is again warming up down in the bullpen for the Humboldt Crabs. Swing and a miss by Dobson. 1-2 on Brady. Last time he 1-2, he worked it all the way to 3-2, and that's when he hit the home run. Hopefully we can, do that again. Unlikely, but maybe. High fastball is 2-2. Brady out of Lincoln High down in Stockton, California, the 209. Moved it down to Fullerton, which I think it's the 714, but I may be wrong, to go to college. Swings and fouls it off of everybody. And we'll just take a minute here. I want to thank Deirdre Bland again for the bunch of goodies she brought us. Everybody's taking part. Willie's got himself a T-shirt, The City. So does Evan. Stones McCoy's got himself a little stash down here that I'm going to save for him, including a foam finger, which I think Stones needs a foam finger. Brady fouls it off. She actually came in looking for him, too. I don't know what that was all about. I said, he doesn't do anything. But she insisted. And she just loves it out here. She says he loves it. Dad loved it. Everybody loves it. Swings and misses. Dobson's out on strikes. That's 9 strikeouts for Miranda. Dorsch had 5, so that's 14 strikeouts through 7 1/3 innings for the Crabs. And Ryan Jackson will be the next hitter. He singled, struck out, and lined out. So Ryan's 1 for 3. Outside with that offering, 1 ball and no strikes. Ryan from El Cajon down by San Diego and San Diego State. Jackson watches it all the way. It's the dirt, 2-0. Swings and misses. Good cut at that one. 87 from Miranda. He's been right there all night long since coming in. Jackson goes after a fastball high. 3-1. That went well above the top of the strike zone, so it's 2-2 now on Ryan. Potter's got a right-hander loosening up down in the pen. Swing and a miss. Couple out of the strike zone. And Jackson is the 10th strikeout victim for Evan Miranda. And we'll bring up Chaz McNeilis. Except I think we might have a pinch hitter here. Ethan Johnson is coming up. So Johnson, McNeilis was 1 for 2. Johnson out of San Jose, California, University of Missouri. Home run power for the left-handed catcher. And he'll settle in here against Miranda, who has had some trouble with left-handers. And he'll get a strike right there. He's been good against him, but he has the home run. All 3 hits have been by left-handed hitters against Evan Miranda since he came on in the 4th. Johnson fouls it off, and he's quickly down 0-2. Looks like Matthias Michel is the Potter pitcher warming up down the right field line. Johnson fouls that one off, so he stays alive. Ethan takes a little walk. And he's back in, ready to go, 0-2. That's that one. Barra off the handle, and hits it down the third base line foul. Well, he's going to think about that one again. Take another little walk and come back ready to go. That one is just a little too low. 1-2. Vandenbrink was setting up outside on that one, and it was actually over the plate but low. So Ethan's still alive at 1-2. That one well out of the strike zone, 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. We're in the 8th. High fly ball right field, not deep. Second baseman goes out, Boardman. And he circles it and eventually makes the catch. So another good inning from Miranda. We'll go to the 9th inning. Potters still trail this one 3-2.
You, our labor is rising. And now you understand where we came from, what solidarity means, and what we have ahead of us. No one's going to defend us but us. No one's going to help construction workers except us. And I can't wait to see you out there.
Sports fans want to keep restoring and renovating historic McBean Stadium? Now you can become a member of Friends of McBean. Annual membership start at $50. Become a member now at friendsofmcbean.org.
When it comes to your home's maintenance and repairs, Jeffers Resource Group has you covered. Our handyman services offer a comprehensive range of expertise, from minor carpentry to drywall, electrical and flooring for property managers, landlords, and renters alike.
Top of the ninth inning, Potters trailed at 3-2. Damian Costas will start us off, then Everett Johnson and Tyler Howard against the new pitcher, Matthias Michel. So Vargas went one inning, struck out two, didn't give up anything. And here's Michel, who's also been very efficient the entire summer season. He is headed to the University of Connecticut in the fall. And Cassis has struck out twice and singled. Fastball's in there for a strike. Two more games in this series, tomorrow and Thursday. Tomorrow's Wine and Wiener Wednesday. Feed the Families night. You get half off sangrias, $2 off hot dogs, free general admission with 2 canned food donations. So if you're around the area looking for something to do tomorrow night, it's a great place to hang out. Got a great game tonight, 3-2 in the ninth. Got $2 off hot dogs, sangrias, all kinds of stuff, and free general admission with 2 canned food donations. That's tomorrow night. That fastball misses the outside corner. Then on Thursday, Thirsty Thursday, 12-ounce drafts, $1 and half off general admission. There you go. What do you need to know? You say, well, I can't make it tomorrow and I can't make it Thursday. Well, first of all, you can. You just don't want to. Popped up left side. Left fielder comes on. That's Jackson. And he'll make the catch for the first down to bring up Everett Johnson. I just learned from Willie that Saturday against Marysville is Piper's birthday. Piper bobblehead to the first 500 fans. Other mascots will be here. It's always a great day, great night. Maybe the Timberhogs will send their mascot. I don't know. I doubt it, but maybe. Maybe the Penguins from Youngstown will send out their mascot. There's a very strong camaraderie. There's a bond between mascots. As you probably know, Dinger, Stomper, they're all going to probably be out here. Well, I better not say probably because I have no idea. But I know that there's a mascot for one of the middle schools that's like an eagle, and he came out last year, and that guy needs to settle down, is what I'm saying. So hopefully he'll be back. That's worth the price right there. Saturday night, Piper's birthday. 7:05, first pitch on that one. Swing and a miss by Johnson. Everett is grounded out, struck out and walked. He scored a run back in the 5th inning. Got a ball coming out of the bullpen there. As the crowds have been warming up a left-hander for about 13 innings down there. But Miranda keeps getting everybody out, and they go, you know, we don't really need to bring anybody else in, really. Potters have left 9 runners on base tonight. They trail at 3-2. Michel's pitch is fouled off. One ball and 2 strikes on Everett Johnson. Tyler Howard will follow him. Willie calls for the Cowbells. He gets good cowbell representation out here. Swinging a foul. As one cowbell kind of kept going. Kind of like the guy that yells goal in the World Cup and lasts for like 2 hours. That was that cowbell. Okay. Oh, so we know who it is. Okay. We got our eye on him. Michel, the 4th pitcher for Lincoln tonight. Breaking ball, call strike 3. That is the 13th strikeout for Potters pitchers. And it'll bring up Tyler Howard. Santiago went the first 5, gave up 3 hits, 3 runs, struck out 8. Then McClendon went 2 innings, gave up 2 hits and struck out 2, no runs. Vargas with that nice 8th inning, and now Michel has got the first 2 out here in the 9th, but Tyler Howard, who singled, walked, and grounded out the hitter. got himself an RBI back in the second inning. And he'll take that one down low for a ball, 1-0. Potters in the ninth will have the bottom of the order, Kyle Pedersen, and then the top of the order, Jordy Lopez and Quincy Malbro. Against, I would assume, Evan Miranda. I don't see any reason to bring him out, although they have been warming up guys. Chopper going to be a tough play. Diome cuts in front at third, guns it to first. Did he get him? Yes, he did. Aiden Diome with another web jam for the Potters. Now it's all in the bats. Bottom of the ninth. Potters trail at 3-2.
Lincoln provides all the charm of a small town, yet still provides access to excellent local medical care. At Lincoln Urgent Care, you can find expert services and a compassionate staff available 7 days a week. A friendly front desk staff will welcome you when you come into our brand new facility. Your wait time will be minimal at our walk-in clinic, unlike the emergency room. From broken bones and lacerations to allergies, flu shots, and illnesses, we treat a variety of urgent medical conditions. What sets us apart is not just our central location in Lincoln, but the convenience of our extended hours, including weekends. We've become Lincoln's first choice for urgent care because we treat patients of all ages for a variety of conditions and take most insurances. We're proud to be an approved provider for veterans and welcome in our military patients.
From our family to yours, we're here when you need us.
Fans want to keep restoring and renovating historic McBean Stadium? Now you can become a member of Friends of McBean. Annual membership start at $50. Become a member now at friendsofmcbean.org.
This job is the Esplanade at Turkey Creek phases 4 and 5. Our scope of work for this project is full scope, so we've got all the underground, all the joint trench, and all the top side included with it. We are putting in sewer pipe, manholes. We're not doing services yet. We go through and do all the main line, and then we come back and do all the services after that. I would say this project right here, the one we're working on, is probably about a 2-month project. It's very costly to the developer, so beating the schedule is very important, more important than most projects. It's got a lot of groundwater, so we've got an extensive groundwater pump system in place. It's just cool to be a part of the built environment and know that for the next 100 years that people are going to use and enjoy what we've created here today.
Potters fans want to keep restoring and renovating historic McBean Stadium? Now you can become a member of Friends of McBean. Annual membership start at $50. Become a member now at friendsofmcbean.org.
When it comes to your home's maintenance and repairs, Jeffers Resource Group has you covered. Our handyman services offer a comprehensive range of expertise, from minor carpentry.
Bottom of inning number 9, Potters trail by 1. Adam Enyard, the new pitcher for the Crabs. He'll relieve Evan Miranda, who went 4 2/3, gave up 3 hits, 1 run, and struck out 10. So he was pretty impressive while he was in there in relief of Dorsch, who went the first 3 1/3. Here's Adam Enyard coming in to face Cooper Smith, who's going to hit for Kyle Pedersen here to lead off the 9th inning. Cooper takes the ball. Cooper out of Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, and Utah Tech University will come on and catch if there is a 10th inning. He's followed by Jordy Lopez and then Quincy Malbro. He takes inside, 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes on Cooper Smith, and usually in summer ball you go ahead and give the green light. You don't know. You come to the 9th inning of a 1-run game. It's in the PEL, so we'll see what happens. But it's 2-0 now on Cooper. Wow, it's 3-0. On the pinch hitter, Cooper Smith. Potter scored 1 time in the first inning. They scored 1 time in the 6th on the Brady Dobson home run. They have 9 hits in the game. They left 9 runners on. And that's outside, but, well, it's a strike. Yeah, it was a ball. Okay. 3-1. Some say the count is exactly right the way it is. So it's 3-1. That is strike 2. 3-2. 91 for Enyard. Leading off the bottom of the 9th inning. That is called strike 3. That is the 16th strikeout by Potter's hitters tonight. And we'll bring up Jordy Lopez with one out here in the 9th. Jordy has grounded out, flied to center, popped out to third and singled. He singled back in the 7th inning. Made it as far as second before the inning was over. And he delivers, and that is a call strike. Oh and 1 on Jordy out of Elk Grove, California. Lifts that one down the line, foul in left field. It's quickly 0 and 2. Doors started 3 1/3 for Humboldt. Then Miranda came in 4 2/3, and now Enyard trying to come in and get the save here and keep Humboldt unblemished at 13-0 on the season. More importantly, 1-0 in PEL. Jordy hits it out towards shortstop. Chabry across the diamond on a hop. I don't think he got him. He's safe at first base. Lopez beats it out. So Lopez with the infield single with one out, and that'll bring up Quincy Malbrough, who singled, grounded out, and struck out twice. The last time was a call, third strike in the 7th. So here is Quincy with Lopez on first. Now the last time, we've seen Jordy stealing all summer long, but the last time he stayed pretty close to first back in the 7th. Not wanting to take a chance, obviously the potential tying run there. So Enyard checks him out. Comes to the plate, a chopper over the mound, that might be 2. Now they're going to have to go to first to get Malbrough, and they do. Lopez is safe. As Boardman came in, made the only play really he could. It wasn't hit that hard. Lopez now is at second, and now Cash Brennan in his first game as a Potter is up here with the tying run at second and 2 outs. He has struck out 3 times and singled. So Cash is 1 for 4 out of Rockland, California, headed for the University of Arizona. Left-handed hitter against Enyard, throwing in the low 90s. Lopez getting shattered out there by Chabry. Brennan takes high and outside. He is followed by Aiden Diome. One ball, no strikes. Lopez will get a good jump with 2 outs here in the inning. Anything that reaches the outfield should score him. Brennan lines it right at the first baseman, and that's the ball game. Ariolo is right there, makes the catch, and that's it. Potters lose it 3-2, their first loss of the season. The win goes to, the win probably goes to the win goes to Miranda. The loss goes to Justin Santiago, his first of the season. Potters leave 10 runners on base. They had some good pitching of their own, but not just good enough, as the Crabs a little bit better tonight, and they close it out. 2 runs in the 5th inning makes the difference, and our final score is Humboldt 3 and the Potters 2. We're back again tomorrow, 6:35 from McBean Stadium. Same 2 teams. We invite you to join us. Great game tonight. Didn't come out on the right side for the Potters. They'll try again tomorrow in Game 2 of a 3-game series. For Mark the Phantom Lowe, for the Big E right over there, we say thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.
heaven and I'm your hell. She's my weapon and I can tell you're falling. I'm not here to sell. Get off my lap.